Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is I, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis, and we are back in Hold My Nuggets Studios once again for an AFC West divisional matchup as the Las Vegas Raiders go on the road to go and meet the Denver Broncos. 7-2 leading the division. Is it a trap game? It never is when it's a divisional opponent, but we shall see what's going to go down here tonight in your 2025 NFL Week 10. Why are we 10 weeks through the season already, bro? Get Thanos on the phone. Utilize that time stone. Slow the damn NFL season down. We're midway through the season already. I'm not ready to give up football already. Slow it down. In your 2025 NFL Week 10 Thursday Night Football game highlight commentary live, baby. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you had yourselves a magnificent Thursday. We're going to get a myriad of different topics in today, but more above all else, we're excited for a magnificent day of football. This stream is brought to you by Underdog. Make sure you guys scan the QR code, use the promo code Adonis if you have not already. Going to have ourselves a very, very good evening. I'm looking forward to it. I'm watching this game on Prime Vision. Oh, not Prime Vision, sorry. I'm watching this on Prime Video. I have it here in front of me over on Twitch as well as a backup. Solely because there are some times in which, sometimes Twitch can be a little faster. But for the most part, ever since y'all pointed it out to me a couple of weeks prior, Prime has been faster than Twitch. But let's go down the list and say hello to the people in the build. Oh, shit, the mic? What, that mic on robot mode? What you mean it's on robot mode? I sound like a robot? Hold on. I sound like a robot? What you mean? Heck? Hello. What I sound like? Audio's a little robotic. Oh my. Hold on. Wait a minute. Sound robotic. There's a bit of, okay. How about now? Let's see if we try this here. If we are still as, I sound far away. Okay. Well, that's a little that's a little concerning. Why is it? Could there have been thing causing a bit of an echo here? It's fixed now. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's see if it's switched. First down for the Raiders. All right. Let's try it now. How does it sound now? We echoing? Are we echoing? Somebody let me know if it went back to being fucked up. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me know if it went back to being fucked up. We good? It's back. All right. Okay, so something is it fucked up here. All right, let's see. Where can it be? Where can it be? Not there. Where could it be? Could it be here? Yes. And now, let me see. Are we good? Am I muted? Am I good now? But then where's the mic now? Okay. Are we good now? Ha! Tech Adonis is in the building. Let's go. Tech Adonis in the building. All right, we good. I don't know what the fuck I did. He asked me to do it twice. I couldn't tell you. All right, but we are in the house. Thursday Night Football, 1st and 10 yet again for the Oakland Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders, they really should have never left Oakland. Las Vegas Raiders doesn't roll off the tongue the way that Oakland Raiders did. I don't know why they ever decided to go and leave, but nonetheless, here we are. So, actually, you know what? Let me put this over here. I think if I put this over here, this actually makes things relatively easier. to follow. Yeah, ooh, that kind of sucks, but I'll work with what I got. Okay. All right. Sounding like Super Vegito is wild. Sounding like Super Vegito is what? This shit was right here the whole time. Sounding like Super Vegito is wild. Okay, Peyton said so. AB is a Hall of Fame eligible next year. No way he did something else to fuck up his chances, right? Yeah. Remember when I made that video a couple of months ago and people was like, well, AB's still free. Yeah, not for long. Not for long. I told you guys it's clipped. It's incredibly clipped. We'll talk about Marshon Nean in a bit. But yeah, it's clipped for AB. It's really the only scenario where I can see him messing around and possibly getting off, which I don't necessarily see. Some people were talking about what if he were to claim insanity. No, he's not going to get away with some shit like that. His only way, his legit only way, is if there was a scenario that the other individual fired first. That's the only way he's going to mess around and get off. And if you go back and you watch that video, not a good look, Luna. I don't think that's going to be the case. So, yeah, he's about to go away for a little bit, fam. It's about to be all right. It's about to be a wrap for him. Quite frankly, in the building, what's going on? 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 currently right now for the Las Vegas Raiders from the 47-yard line. Gino, looking left. He's got his man. That's not going to be enough for a first down, but enough for a second, or I should say a 3rd and short. SGF Reese for 5 on to say, wonder if I saw you tagging in the Chelsea Green NXT clip. Been waiting for a reaction. Also, if the Raiders lose, we need a Gruden theme song. You mean the one where she said she ain't never been creamed on in that particular way? Yeah, I saw that. Black Attack said Oakland too broke, too much political corruption. Losing the 11th to the Chief. Well, 11th to the Chief in 14 years. Good Lord. But, yeah, PD Chief. Well, first and foremost, corruption is bad unless I'm involved. Then I will defend it. Or something that African man said. Did we bet Gino getting intercepted? You know, funny enough, oh, my God, he just got blasted from behind and put the ball on the ground. Pause. Diddy would really like that defensive pressure. As Gino goes down, the sack is activated, and unfortunately, I'd highly doubt they're going to send out Daniel Carlson for that incredibly long field goal here on the first opening drive of the game. I just don't see that happening. AB Diddy prison freak off. Oh my. King Vines in the building. What's going on? Abdul said, can't you watch Party the game since it's on Twitch? No! Remember a couple of years ago when I first got onto Twitch to stream and I put the game live on Twitch, you know what they did? Banned me for 48 hours. So, no. Unfortunately, we cannot do that. Payne also said, can I get a year? 7. How's it going, family? Says Pooh, says, between Shador Sanders, Cam Ward, Ashton Genty, you would rather be in Shador's position. You're not getting killed by a terrible O-line play, and QB jersey merch is a top seller. You're probably playing the last 4 games, which is garbage time. I would 100% disagree with you. Ashton Genty is a starting running back on a professional football team, and he's actually getting quality, I don't want to say quality reps, but he's at least getting enough touches per season to put something on tape. At the end of the day, you don't want to just go to the league to end up on the best team and ultimately to go out there and win, but you want to play, right? Ashton Genty has a direct opportunity to go and play. Cam Ward's #1 overall pick. Although you're playing on Tennessee, which for all intents and purposes, they should be winless right now if DeMarcado and the Arizona Cardinals didn't absolutely choke in the 4th quarter. But for all intents and purposes, he's out there trying his absolute best, but nothing. I don't want to say it's not his fault because he also has had moments in which the fumbles slipping out of his hands on 3 different occasions. I think he's fumbled 5 times thus far this season, but 3 of them, nobody touched him. He's just trying, ball slips out of his hand. Like, what is he doing? But overall, that dude is on the worst team in football, right? Shador, for all intents and purposes, the Browns offensively aren't anything special whatsoever, but you're riding the pine. And to make matters worse, you're in a position where you were kind of shafted, put to where you're QB3, albeit we don't see the overall practice reps. We're only getting like statistics. People who are in Cleveland probably could tell a better story, right? But Dylan Gabriel, or I should say Joe Flacco, gets traded. Dylan Gabriel gets elevated to now being the starting quarterback. For all intents and purposes, they might just keep him there the whole season. Now, you're losing with Joe. You're losing with Dylan. You would think, try out Shador. But they legitimately don't have to. They legitimately don't have to. So I wouldn't say he's in a great spot. And the trade deadline passed. They didn't make a move to go and, send him somewhere. So you're there for at least the remainder of the season. So I wouldn't say it's a situation where I would rather be where he's at, per se. What are my thoughts on Shiloh Sanders to the Steelers? I didn't see anything about Shiloh Sanders to the Steelers. Did he get signed somewhere? Oh, you're saying if he were to go to Pittsburgh? I mean, he's not going to really be on the field. I don't think he's a starting safety yet, let alone a rotational guy. He'll probably be somebody who's on special teams. So, I mean, I'll take as much special teams players as long as they're disciplined. Mr. King, 2-1 said, Ward had 50 fumbles in college, small hands. Well, there it is. State Puff had put 5-1, say, hey, since I'm on Prime, am I watching the Prime version of Vertical Cam? You can see everything a lot better than the broadcast side cam. It's fire. Well, I am watching on Amazon, the regular Prime. Let me see if I could switch it to Prime Vision. How do I go? This is just regular main broadcast. Let me go down here. We click down here, go to Prime Vision. Alternate broadcast. Let me go to Prime Vision. They've got the statistics right now for Bo Nix. I'll go Prime Vision because I actually don't think I've ever watched the Prime Vision version through and through. Green Draco put 5-1 said Antonio Brown got arrested again. Gotcha, Can we get enough from the clown? Indeed. But this was just them finally taking Son away for what transpired. Then Gear Trail put 5-1 said anything new on the gaming channel soon? You recommend Digimon Storytime Stranger? This month. I know Alice said last month, but this month. Imagine if the outcry of Gabriel gets hurt and they bring in Deshaun Watson. Now, that would be wild. If something like that happened, then that would be wild, because why wouldn't you just trade, Sanders? But overall, it's just a situation where it's like, all right, you just got to wait. But I know there's some terrible football fans that are banking on an injury in order to see Son get onto the field. I'm like, what are we doing here, bro? Broncos ain't beat nobody aside from fourth quarter magic. They losing today. Funny enough, that was something that I was talking to a friend of mine about. Denver, I don't think they're frauds. I'm not going to sit here and say anybody is a fraud just yet. However, I think there's a lot of nuance to their record. I'm not going to take anything away to a degree of their victories. But you've heard me say this primetime stream after primetime stream and year after year. When you happen to have teams that win by way of fourth quarter heroics, it's very difficult to see that success late into the season and then, of course, in the postseason. You're going to be in situations where truly you have to play 60 minutes of football, albeit, sometimes you beat somebody 3 out of 4 quarters, that's enough to win. But it's a very difficult brand of football to maintain if you constantly have to rely on the fourth quarter, because best believe there'll be some situations where, let's just say, if you find yourself going down by like 3 possessions against a team that actually knows how to put teams away, now what, But you played through the first half of the season, you're 7-2. You're in a great spot. For all intents and purposes, they go 500 the remainder of the season. They're in the playoffs. May not be enough to win the division at 500 for the remainder of the season, but albeit they were able to rack up enough wins to try to get it together to when the postseason rolls around, they can iron out those issues. But they have to iron out those issues. And Broncos fan, I'm sure yourself can admit, hey, you're a good football team right now, not yet great. And truly, is this team at the position that they're at where this is enough to go and win a championship? Do you think you're at a spot where you can beat Kansas City in the playoffs, beat Buffalo in the playoffs? That's a question that you're going to want to have an answer to. All right, first down here. Let's see what they got. Terrible fucking punt already. Pitts, Las Vegas, inside Denver territory. First carry for Ashton Genty. He's going nowhere. Meanwhile, I'm going to open up a beer over here. I'm going to be beer Adonis. Where is beer Adonis? I could have swore it was in here. Before I crack this son bitch open, I got to find beer Adonis. Ah, son of a bitch. You know, funny enough, every time I look for the clip, oh, there it is. Beer Adonis.
Thank you very much, you son of a bitch.
There it is. There it is. Chiseled 316 indeed. All right, did I hear about Marshon Nean? Yes, I did. Gear Trail, first and foremost, may he rest in peace. From what I read, there was a couple of he had dealt with mental health issues in the past. The passing of his mother last year, somebody was able to go and cross-reference one of his posts in reference to an anime at the top of the year, where it was like at the top of the mountain or whatever the case may be. So that's very, very disheartening to ultimately see that he ended up taking himself out in the manner of him being pursued by authorities, being able to evade them, then ultimately abandoned vehicle, then you find him with a single gunshot wound. At first, I wanted to cry foul play, and then now more information's coming out. But overall, it's just a devastating situation, especially given that this past Monday, man's played in prime time, and unfortunately, or I should say fortunately, in the game, he had a fumble recovery in the end zone off of a block punt for a touchdown. So your name was literally maybe not so much trending, but in circulation just 3 days ago. And how quick things change, man. So that's fucking brutal, man. It's fucking brutal. Heart breaks for his family, for his girlfriend, and his teammates as well, man. It's a brutal situation. It's a fucking brutal situation. And think about it like this, and this is what another difficult portion of the entire situation is, given that you have Dak Prescott, whose brother passed away by way of self-inflicted gunshot wound. At least I believe it was a self-inflicted gunshot wound. You might correct me if I'm wrong. But with Dak Prescott's brother passing by way of taking himself out, who's really the face of mental health in the NFL right now? You have a number of different guys that's there, but from the quarterback position, Dak Prescott's leading that charge. Bro, that's your fucking teammate. Like you're leading that charge. He has it written on his damn wristband damn near weekly. And your teammate, that's a crushing blow. That's a crushing blow, because the organization literally had just had to deal with that, with your shot caller, your quarterback, needing to endure what happened with his sibling, and then now you revisit that, but this time around it's with one of your players. It's fucking brutal. It's fucking brutal. Have I started Stella Red? Oh, no, you're asking Midas. I'm not sure. Yeah, the Javon Belcher. Yeah, that joint was brutal. That was brutal to find. I was like, wait a minute. So he went to the organization and then apparently had done it in front of other staffers. I'm like, man, that is traumatic as hell. Meanwhile, the play action. Wow, Brock Bowers off the one-hand catch. But, oh, no, pardon me. That was Mayer on the one-hand catch, but he ain't get the first down. Truly, if I'm Las Vegas, I'm not going to hold you. This is 4-down territory. I don't mind when you're inside the 5 and you decide to go for it. I'm the master of always saying, hey, take the points, take the points, take the points. But there are some points in situations like, yo, you're 2-6. As far as I'm concerned, you're not in the position to on some take the points no more. Like if you have a bit of a winning record to a degree, and I know it sounds very stupid to say that, oh, well, if you have a winning record, you should probably be conservative. But if you don't, you should, go and shell out and everything. But, bro, it's a spot where I look at it, I'm like, man, you're this close, go for it. Fucking go for it. You have nothing to lose. You're at the bottom of the division. Go for it. Hand off Ashton Genty. Oh, he's going to score. He's going to score. That's a touchdown. Ashton Genty to the end zone. That's a score.
Congratulations!
That's a score.
Oh, my God.
Yes, I saw AB did get caught up, including the coach as well. Yeah, Andy Reid was there. That's a touchdown, Raiders. That's a score right there. And I remember what I said this past couple of primetime streams. There were some people who was the damn, I forget the account name. Jeez Louise, man. It's gonna come back to me at one point later. But you're a Raiders fan. It said, man, you know, just go ahead and skip this game. The Raiders are gonna get cooked. I said, no, it's divisional football, man. It's divisional football. There's gonna be situations in divisional football where it appears on paper this should be an absolute dog walk, and it doesn't end up being that way. Albeit we're in the first quarter, so let's pump the brakes. But still, it's a situation where it's divisional football. Ashton Genty to the end zone. That's a touchdown. Mark Jackson for 5 on it said first round pick, undrafted, and cut. Marshall Faulk, Marcus Allen, Edgerrin James. I'm assuming you're presenting me these people now with all Hall of Fame careers. So truly, simply because, well, you know, this is because they're both there. You know, I'm gonna go Marshall Faulk. Because I believe Marshall gave you more touchdowns in its totality. Because Marshall, I think, had 100 touchdowns on the ground and then like 30 something through the air. Marcus Allen ran for like 120 something on the ground. Can't remember how much receiving touchdowns that he had. Edgerrin James was a beast, you know, he was a beast as well, but I'd probably end up cutting Edgerrin. Sorry, Edgerrin. Miami legend right there. I would pick Marshall, and then I'd go undrafted with Marcus Allen. That sounds sacrilegious. But then again, the Marshall, had he not got hurt towards the tail end of his career, I think some folks would have really been able to give him the flowers of putting him in that top 5 area. But then at the same time, Marcus Allen, if Al Davis ain't Star Hohen's son, Marcus Allen might mess around and have been in the conversation for the greatest of all time, because he's one of the greatest. But he could have been in that conversation of one of the greatest of all time, or the GOAT, greatest of all time. He could have been in that conversation, but Al Davis hold him. Raiders fans who have been watching, you know, since the 80s, or furthermore know the lore of the franchise, they can let you know. Beastly put 2 on it. I appreciate you. What do I think about the Jacoby Myers trade? I'm glad that he had a chance to go somewhere where somebody wanted him, but it's quite funny that you get traded to the team that literally just beat you days prior. Hilarious. That is hilarious. Thoughts on the Jets fire sale? Wild, to say the least. I did not anticipate them trading Quentin Williams. So for one, Aaron Glenn might 100% mess around and get canned after 1 year, which I think is terrible. But really think about it. Like, all right, you're loading up with draft picks, which in theory seems like a good idea, but and the season, for all intents and purposes, y'all not gonna make some super resurgence and win all the way out to go and end out the season. But man, I can't help but feel bad about some of those guys in that locker room, because you get rid of your 2 all-pro players, Pro Bowl players. Now, as for Dallas, they got some big boys in the middle right now. They got some big boys in the middle. I guess Jerry Jones wasn't lying when he said he was making some moves. Got Logan Wilson coming over from Cincinnati, and now you got Quentin Williams coming over from New York. So at least there's a positive right there. Indianapolis going and adding Sauce Gardner. That's actually another positive there. So some teams that is really trying to load up. In Dallas's case, you need to now make a resurgence so that you can go the distance and see if you can make it to the postseason, and let's get a ticket to the dance. For Indianapolis, hey, this is the home stretch. You know exactly what this season is about. So we'll see. Ruben said, do I think your Ravens can still make the playoffs? Yes. Chuck Berry's put 5 on it, but they cannot afford to take another loss. They lose 2 games, they're done. They lose 2 games, they're done. Oh, it's a wrap. Down goes Knicks in the backfield. Way to get home, Butler. That's a sack right there. Oh, he's doing a Kamehameha celebration. He's doing a Kamehameha celebration. Hold on, wait a minute. I wonder if they actually got it on camera. The Kamehameha. Or did they cut on both goddamn angles? Damn, they cut on both angles. I want to see the Kamehameha celebration. That's a sack right there. Get your ass on the ground, Bo Nix. Get your ass on the ground. He went to try to do a Kamehameha. I wonder if they actually got the whole replay of. Oh, son of a bitch, they didn't. They didn't respect the celebration. They didn't respect the celebration. Chuck Berry's for 5 on said, would I dare to go the lengths that Jaylen Brown does to cover my hairline and not accept being bald? Absolutely not. I will not be that person. Listen, let me tell you something right now. If I start having my hair get lighter over here, or I mess around and I get like I'm starting to get the Manu Ginobili shit, I'll go to Turkey before you even find out. Only because I have no interest. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a bald man when I grew up, but then now I'm like, I'm kind of good on that. I'd go to Turkey expeditiously. I don't know why Jaylen Brown ain't already go do that shit. Pack them boys up. Another failed drive for Denver. Hey, if you're Las Vegas, you got to start to run this score up right now. Let me see if this is another trash punt. Oh, decent. He's going to field it at the 30. Can he get a move? He's going down at the 43. Decent return, bro. Oh, but there's laundry on the field. This might be backing him up. A Bronco fan, thus far, not a very good first quarter. Not a very good first quarter. Chris Suter said being bald is where it's at. I think being bald, it's not a problem as long as I just want to be bald up top and have no facial hair whatsoever. I think if you bald and you also got the facial hair a combo, that always works. Bald with the facial hair combo, that always works. I just want to have the salt and pepper kind of situation that's going on. Depends on how your head is shaped. Yeah, that is true. Depends on how your head is shaped. Because one of my boys, he got like the hook in the back of the head and he's bald. Like, it's worked now because I've seen him bald long enough. It's been some years now. But when it first happened, I'm like, oh, that kind of look weird. I got another friend of mine who actually has like a curve area in the back. He used to have braids and shit. If that brother go bald, it's over. And he started to have, like, his hairline is starting to go right now. He got to go to Turkey. He 100% got to go to Turkey. He 100% got to go to Turkey. Oh, shit, where's the pin? That's a great question. It's on the blaze. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me roll back and get the pin. I'm glad you reminded me. I completely forgot. State Puff said you watched a video of a dude who made a whole breakdown on Jalen's hair, but he made a good point.
14 grams.
Bald, no facial hair. Almost a pedophile. Oh, damn, that's crazy. Angie put 2 on and said, if Lamar gets the Ravens to the postseason, can he get an MVP? Probably the same situation what happened with Joe Burrow last year. You make it to the playoffs, you probably will have an opportunity to get your bid to be in the MVP. But the only thing for Lamar would have only missed 3 games. Yeah, it's doable. It's 100% doable. Especially if he puts on the same kind of performance that he did the last game that we saw him, where you're putting those 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns, no turnovers, multiple, yardage on the air and the ground kind of performances. 100% he could be in the conversation for an MVP. One no piece said, as a Raiders fan, you want them to fail horribly this season just because they thought Geno Smith was the right option when they had countless chances to get a young QB. Fair. Matt put 5 on said, convo question. You would love for the chat to chime in. Which is worse, a man picking the wrong baby mother or a woman picking the wrong baby father? 100% a woman picking the wrong baby mother, baby father. Why? At the end of the day, you're the person whose body is ultimately going through a life-changing event. You can die during childbirth. Die during childbirth. Furthermore, you have, in today's society, you have 33 different forms of birth, right? For dudes, this is not to alleviate the responsibility whatsoever, because you must be incredibly smart with who you decide to go and procreate with. But for dudes, for all intents and purposes, sex ejaculation is like a motherfucking handshake. Like a motherfucking handshake. You got dudes out here who fuck in between the mattress. Now we're getting a heightened, degree of ladies who have that gene of promiscuity, so much so to where they feel nothing they could just be with various different individuals, right? But overall, it's 100% worse. Or I should say it's worse if a lady picks a bad child's father, because guess what's going to end up happening, right? More often than not, if the dude chooses, in this current society, in this country, dude chooses a bad baby mother, you'll probably still end up in a situation where she'll have the custody of the children. So then it's a kind of tough situation. Lady pick a bad child's father, let's just say son just deadbeat up out of here, guess what, you a single mother, it's even tougher, right? So, nah, I would say it's worse. The latter is worse than the former. DJ said, what a time to walk in. Hey, man, I'll be answering questions. Broken home or worse, I think either one is a broken home. Either one is a broken home. That's why I think people really don't take that process seriously in today's day and age. Like the amount of conversations that I've seen online where people making it seem like, oh, man, it's so difficult to make a decision. Oh, shit, Ashton Gentie's loose. Ashton Gentie's loose. Big run. Ah, damn, late flag just came in, too. I think motherfuckers were holding at the wide receiver position when they didn't have to. Oh, my God. It's coming back. It's coming back. I think that's on 18. That might be on 18. That might be on 18. I knew it. I fucking knew it. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You just fucked your team over for what reason, bro? Oh, my Lord. Laundry on the field. I hope they show the replay. Show the replay. This motherfucker holding when he did not need to. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Motherfucker holding when he did not need to, bro. You all the way away from the play. The fuck is you holding for? Look how far away from the play he is. Oh, my Lord. I knew I saw it. I saw it, too. You gotta be kidding me, fam. You gotta be kidding me, fam. Oh, my Lord. You just negated all that yardage for what reason? Oh, my Lord. You didn't even need to do that shit, bro. You didn't even need to do that shit, bro. Dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. Golly. Oh, shit. That's hilarious. Jay Hicks said you had none. You're an orphan. Jeez, Louise, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Or I should say, I am blown away from your ability to overcome that adversity. Because here you are. Can the 2018 QB draft class be the best of all time? They got to get some championships under their belt. You got a couple of MVPs. You got a number of different Pro Bowlers. You got some franchise QBs here and there, but you got to start get some hardware. That's what they need. They need some hardware out there. AJ said you would work out, but your back is getting tight. You gonna head out? Hey, listen. You stretch. Time to stretch. First quarter comes to an end. First quarter comes to an end. The Raiders lead 7-0. Bronco said, look at this stat. Despite being 7-2, Denver has scored one time. Scored first one time in the 10 games played. Tied with the 1-8 Saints. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Scoring first, gotcha, only one time thus far this season. That's a little concerning.
Jones 73
that's
is
a little
now
concerning because that means immediately. Now, albeit some can be a field goal that you'll give up a field goal on the opening drive, but it's disappointing that y'all can't get points in the first quarter. That first quarter went by fast. Yeah, it did. It did. That was a fast first quarter. Saints will be the first team in the Death Note before the Titans. Actually, considering the conferences, let me see here. Considering the conferences in the NFL, let me see the standings. By conference, it's very close. It's very close. Well, Tennessee is 0-7 in the conference. The Saints are 1-6 in the conference. Both lose 4 straight. They're both 1-2. 0-3 in the division. 1-0 and 1 in the division. Tennessee would end up going. If things remain where they are, Tennessee would get eliminated first. It really just depends on how the remainder of the AFC irons out, because in the NFC, the Bears are just outside of the playoffs at 5-3 at the 8th seed. In the NFC, the Chiefs are just out of the playoffs at 5-4. But if you consider the conference records, the Saints would end up the Saints would end up going in after Tennessee. Tennessee's absolutely fucked across the board. Because their one victory came to an AFC opponent, so it didn't, an NFC opponent, so it didn't really matter in the grand scheme. I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but yeah, they're hoed across the board. They would end up getting eliminated first. John Jr. said, "Crazy. We gotta have 3-4 apps just to watch games. Yeah, it's terrible. I'm not a big fan of it." All right, so let's see what they got here. 3rd and long right now for Las Vegas. Geno Smith better cook something up. Oh, shit, under the rest already. Yup, Nick Medino gets home. That's a sack. Hey, somebody go grab number 18 on the sideline and slap that man, bro. Somebody go get him on the sideline and slap that man, bro. You absolutely fucked your team. Nick Benito flew off the damn edge like a rocket. Man's made it to Geno Smith before this dude could even get through his first step. Look at the tag. Son was screaming on the ground immediately. Ah! Oh, no, he's actually hurt. Jonathan Cooper and Nick Benito, both over 7 sacks. FOMAM, Pavavo said, "Do we laugh at AB for having to face justice, or do we mourn the fact that his mental illness has consumed him, causing him to try and flatline people?" Well, I don't think laugh to a degree, but definitely it's disappointing. It's definitely disappointing, to say the least. It's very disappointing, to say the least. Because here you are, a Hall of Fame player, and you're most likely not going to get in because of all of the antics off the field. Isaac P51 said, "What's going on? Just got home from work. How your Raiders looking tonight?" Well, you almost had a chance to say promising. But after what was, I believe, a 30-yard gain, 20-something yard gain, got erased for a hold completely away from the play. Excessive holding from the wide receiver that wasn't even necessary. So absolutely hoed his damn squad. Do we see a scenario where KC misses the playoffs? I don't. I don't. Anthony said, "How do we know AB has mental health issues? He could just be a terrible person." That is true. You can also be a terrible person with mental health issues. I think sometimes people will utilize that as a cop-out, and sometimes be on, well, if somebody has, so a bit of a mental, episode, or they have some lapses in judgment, then perhaps they're not a bad. No, you can be a bad person and have mental issues. You could 100%. Some people utilize that son bitch as a cop-out through and through. Like, oh, man, I got stuff that's going on. So because that's the case, I could be a terrible human being. Nope. There are some folks who got some mental issues who are also terrible people. There are some people who are some terrible people. AB clearly changed after. Yeah, it really accelerated after that hit. Like, there are very few places to where we can pinpoint this was the moment that it all went downhill. Bro, post that hit, he's been a completely different person. Like, albeit he had off the field, issues from the past. He had some domestic, stuff from before then, but post that hit, man, it just accelerated. I don't know what the hell was going on. Can we blame AB on Vontaze Burfict? No, I think it wasn't just one hit. That was probably the most popularized, hit of all of the hits, but I can't put that all on Vontaze. So it was wilding forever, He was wilding forever. So now if you're the Raiders, you got to hope you don't allow Denver to score here, because Let me tell you something right now. You let these motherfuckers, he dropped the fucking football, and now he's got to try to get a punt off, and that's going to go out of bounds at like the, where is that? At the 30, 32, the 31. Well, it's decent. 31 is decent. 31 is decent. Golly. Yeah, scandal after scandal. Can I make a part two? No. This is direct correlation with part one of the reason why I made the video earlier. Matt said top 3 Raiders tight ends and top 3 Broncos wide receivers. Okay, so Raiders tight end. Dave Casper obviously is number 1. The Ghost is number 1. Todd, what was his last name? Was it Christensen? Todd Christensen? Oh, damn, there's a flag on the field. And then ultimately, it's very early. It's very early, but I think Brock Bowers has the trajectory to get there. So I'd probably, is Christensen? Okay. Yeah, so Dave Casper, Todd Christensen, and then I think Bowers will take that there. I think he's gonna take that position. But if I wanted to say somebody who actually had the body of work, no longer plays for the franchise, then Darren Waller, I'd put there at number 3. And then as for Broncos wide receivers, off Rod Smith, Demaryius Thomas, 1 and 2, and then ultimately at number 3. At number 3. For Broncos wide receivers. Was that Twitch? Yeah, it was. Hey, 26 months. I appreciate you, Peyton. Much love. Angie Batuan said, if the Chiefs don't make the postseason, who represents the AFC? That's a very good question. It should be Buffalo. There should be nothing that slows down Buffalo from being able to get the job done. Indianapolis, we'll see what type of team they are down the stretch. I need one more Broncos wide receiver. Brandon Marshall left too early because he would have messed around and ended up on that list. Rod Smith, Demaryius Thomas. You know what? Cortland, would I put somebody over Cortland Sutton? Would I put somebody over Cortland Sutton? Eric Decker was solid there. If I'm thinking
14 grams.
McCaffrey,
Then you
no, I don't think I'd put Ed. You know what? I might just go Cortland Sutton. I might just go Cortland Sutton there at number 3. I put Cortland Sutton there at number 3. Matt put 10 on it, said to counter, you think everyone over 14 has mental issues. The difference using human made morality, A, perspective, B, if you pick yourself up and get better from it, A, B didn't. Yeah, because I mean, to a degree, I don't even say to a degree. We all do have trauma. 4th and 3, they're gonna go for it. 4th and 3, they're gonna go for it. They're at their own 40-yard line. Wait, so what are they? Oh, it's because they got a substitution. Shouldn't the play clock should reset to 25 then? If they're able to go and get their substitution, all right, let's see if they're actually gonna run a play. It's 4th and 3. Let's see if they're actually going to try to run a play. I doubt it. I think they're just going to see if they could jump them off sides. Did somebody move? They clapping it up and shit. Yeah, nobody moved. Yeah, that's it. That's it. They just going to take the delay of game and punt this football away. Why the fuck is the crowd booing? Y'all hear the boos? They booing and shit. What's wrong with them? Motherfuckers is bugging. You want people to go for it on your own sideline? Nah, y'all bugging. Y'all bugging. All right, here we go. Oh, wait, is that another flag? No, it's not. Something flew onto the field. What is this punt? What is this punt? Yeah, we haven't seen very good punting here tonight. We have not been seeing very good punting here tonight. It did hit off of a Raider, though. It did hit off of a Raider, though. So, low-key, if that joint stayed in bounce, they could have recovered that. It's windy out there. Tyler said you have an interview at Dave and Buster's tomorrow. Hey, congratulate. Good luck. Good luck. No early congratulations. Illness fueled his ego, which caused him to wild out harder and harder, more erratic. With him trying to zero somebody on over their necklace. Well, I think overall, and I said this in one of the Antonio Brown's videos that I made. Are they saying boo or boo earns? We gonna get to the clip in a little bit. I think at a certain point when you are the cash cow, and for all intents and purposes amongst your friends, you're the one who've made it. Motherfuckers don't want to check you because you probably, put something in their pocket or whatever the case may be. So hand off Ashton Jetson, he ain't going nowhere. He don't got nobody who's really in his circle that's checking him. Nobody's actually really checking him like, hey fam, yo, you tripping out, yo, you wilding out. Because from the moment that the Pittsburgh Steelers AFC divisional game victory over Kansas City happened, and then he went live on Facebook, the moment that ended up happening, they went out to the AFC Championship over in New England and they lost. Post that, it's been nothing but incident after incident after incident. And he don't got no motherfucking friend who's really, really checking him, who actually love him. Now, albeit you could have a, why would you still throw that football? Why would you still throw that football? You got to throw that into the dirt, Gino. You almost lost fucking 6 additional yards. For what reason? The whole defense is over there. Why would you still throw that football? What are they doing? $1 for 5 on 7. If the Raiders win, you'll eat a spoonful of mayonnaise. Hey, listen, this divisional football right here, you might have to get that mayonnaise ready, but we're still relatively early into this game. But they were saying earlier.
Smithies, are they booing me?
No, they're saying boo earns. Boo earns.
3rd down right now. 3rd and 9. Incredibly fast. You talk about a very fast drive if they can't move the chains here. Gino got time. Oh, he got a man wide open. There's Brock Bowers. Big 1st down. Stiff arm of Big Brock. 1st down. Brock Bowers moving the chains. Kurt Gregor in the building. Put 2 on, said, God bless. Yes, indeed. JoJo put 5 on, said, why won't the adoption agency let you adopt this 17-year-old girl? You're 19. You're an adult. That's not how that works. Bad life choices that King Von would check his ass and take that chain. No, King Von would have probably messed around and robbed him. Let's be honest. King Von would have probably tried his best to go and rob him. Let's be honest. I mean, Von was on record talking about he was trying to get around Dirk so he could go and try to rob some rappers and shit. Let's not do that. Mr. Me in the building, what's going on? Brock Bowers, Big Brock, in the building, making plays for the Raiders, moving chains. Hey, the Raiders put some points on the board right here. They can make things very interesting, because I think if they can actually get a decent lead and it turns into the Ashton Genty show, now you can see Pete Carroll's offense get activated and ignited. Oh, that's a terrible blocking effort right there. Hell of a fucking play from the Denver defense to slow down Trey Tucker, and now you got yet another 3rd and long. Prime is behind compared to Twitch. It's about 5 seconds delay. Yeah, my Twitch is actually behind Prime right now by about like 15 seconds.
Then you sell it.
The Broncos are the best in the league on 3rd down. Well, we shall see. Here we go, 3rd and 7. I just refreshed Twitch. Twitch is now faster than Prime. Here we go, 3rd and 7. Gino down the field. Pass broken up, but there's laundry on the field here. There's a flag, and I think it's on the offense. I think it's no, it's on the defense. Damn, Vance Joseph looks stressed. Offside, there it is. That's going to bring them 5 yards closer. 3rd and 2. Now you could give that football to Ashton Genty if you want to. Brian put 2 on it, said you have an idea on how to stop Brock. We need Jeff Hardy with a steel chair. Well, Edgar said, you're ahead of me on Twitch. You see the plays before I can color commentate. Well, yeah, you might be ahead right now. I'm seeing 3rd and 2 right now from Geno under center. They've got Ashton. No, it's not Ashton Genty back there. They got Raheem Mostert back there. And then, wow, Geno tried to sneak it. This motherfucker couldn't even handle the fucking snap. Dumbass. What is this? Why would you QB sneak on 3rd and 2? Kick the field goal. Kick the field goal. Matter of fact, what's the down and distance? Where they at right now? Where they at right now? Doing, bro. What is the play call, bro? What are the play? They're going for it on 4th and 2. They're going for it on 4th and 2. You already have a score. You have a chance to make it a 2-possession game. I'd kick the field goal here because now you can attempt to make it a 2-possession game. 3rd and now they have Ashton Genty out here. Good block from Genty. Geno got to get rid of the football. Got his man. He's wide open. That's a 1st down. But there's laundry on the field. This might be coming back. That's a touchdown, but it might be coming back. They got laundry on the field. It's definitely coming back. It's 100% coming back. It's 100% coming back. It might end up being an illegal shift. $10-yard penalty. It was a pass interference. What did he do? Pass interference. Oh, you motherfucker! You stupid motherfucker! Oh my God, bro. These dudes don't know how to set picks, bro. I don't understand it. Y'all been playing football too long, been watching football too long not to understand how to set picks, bro. Oh my God, it's so easy to get away with setting a pick in football. Turn your fucking your head away and make it look like incidental contact. This motherfucker staring son down. He's staring son down like he playing defense. Bro, what do you do? And then on top of that, he extends the arm forward, bro. He looked like a motherfucking Samoan dancing in the Maui movie and dancing in a rock movie. He in Moana or some shit like that. These motherfuckers is dancing and shit. What are you doing, bro? Just fucking run. Run, turn your head away, and then run into the defender. That's all you have to do. Dudes is dumb, bro. I'll never understand. How? What was this punt?
14 grams of crack.
Wow, that's spectacular. That's spectacular. They're going to be pinned at the 1-yard line. Magnificent punt. Oh, my God. Yo, bro, what do you do? Dudes really don't know how to set picks. Dudes really don't know how to set picks, bro. You got to be kidding me. The amount of things that I'm going to have to put inside this commentary just for the first half, I'm going to have these special teams. What the fuck is this commercial with these ladies screaming and shit? But I'm going to have to put these punts in there. I'm going to have to put that that penalty in there. Golly. Edgar said, did you miss me talk about Marshon Nean? Yes, you did.
By 14 grams of crack.
Yeah, his mother passed away last year. Or was it this year?
Then you
I believe
smoke.
last year. Isaac Patuon said, how's Queso doing with the new tattoo? R.I.P. Nealon. Yeah, we'll have to see when he jumps back into the chat room. And Dwayne has said, has SpongeBob been put on suicide watch? Well, I don't think that's necessarily the tone of conversation we should bring up in this evening. But we'll see what ends up happening. Did I see Eric Spoelstra's house was destroyed in a fire? What? Eric Spoelstra's house was destroyed in a fire? What? Oh, was it an electrical fire? Fire destroyed Miami Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra's house early Thursday, with officials saying more than 20 units were dispatched. What? Nobody was home when the... What? What? Bro, the whole crib gone. Nah. Nah. Hey, I'm shit. Yeah, they're gonna have to give like an update or something like that to see if it was like an electrical fire or something like that. I would hope I would hope it's no sort of dirty play where somebody tried a bit of arson. That is fucking brutal, fam. What the hell? Hope you got no. He 100% got insurance, but the thing is that if you got fire insurance, sometimes they be hoeing folks on insurance. There's J.K. Dobbins. He's gonna be able to at least get them out of their own end zone, pick up about 8 yards here. Now, AJ, I'm not gonna levy those kinds of allegations. I'm not gonna levy those kind of allegations yet. You gotta wait until more details were to arise before even levying an allegation like that. See, that was one of the things that went through my. Yeah, he did go through a divorce, but I'm not gonna levy those allegations until details emerge, because you don't want to say things like that in bad taste, because at the end of the day, even if a relationship did end up ending, at one point they did love each other, like, albeit there are some terrible divorcees who out there who legitimately don't want to see you breathe, but I'm not going to levy those allegations until we get information. He burnt that shit down himself. That would make no sense. It wouldn't make any sense for him to go and do that shit. It would have. They've already concluded the divorce. There's nothing she could do to get the house. Most homeowner insurance includes fire damage, flood damage is how they try to fuck you up. That is true. That is true. Most does include the fire, but could it depend on how the fire? How don't you catch that? Bro, how don't you catch that? It hit you right in the hands, bro. How the fuck didn't he catch that? What is going on offensively in this game, bro? What is going on offensively in this game? Bro, you're wide open. Bo Nix finds you. How don't you catch this foot? It literally hit him right in the hands. How these motherfuckers is not talking? This man mentioned accuracy. Bro, you got to catch that football. You have to catch. How are they not excoriating the wide receiver? Bro, it hit him right in the hands. Bro, what? Am I tripping? What are they doing out there, fam?
God gave you two goddamn hands for a reason. God gave you two goddamn hands for a reason. God gave you two goddamn hands for a reason.
Jesus Christ, that was a terrible fucking punt. And again, the Raiders are going to start inside Denver territory. They have to score here. These are terrible fucking punts, bro. Terrible fucking punts, bro. Look at this man. Absolutely disoriented. Absolutely disoriented. Punter is trash, bro. Extra yardage. Extra yardage. That's going to pin them probably at like, what, the 30-something now? Yo, they got to score here. They have to score here. Mike, the LA Dons fan in the building, what's going on? What the fuck are the receivers doing in practice and free time? Working your goddamn hands and coordination. Yeah, clearly, somebody need to work on it. Somebody need to work on it, because what they doing right now, this ain't it. This literally, you're not going to be able to win football games with the way they playing right now, bro. This is atrocious. Football is spotted at the 30. No, pardon me, the 43. Gino finding Tucker. He's going to take it across the 40 to the 40, to the 39. Damn, I thought this joint was going to do numbers on Instagram. I guess not. I'd be like that sometimes. Maybe YouTube it'll pick up. Let me upload another. This will probably be my last reel that I can do on the IG for the evening. Let me see, which one should I do? You know what? Late night, do a freaky one. It'll be an AO one. Midway through the second quarter, nightcap might be lit tonight. Well, we'll see. Gino sees a guy open, hesitates to throw it every single time, give the defense time. Just pure ineptitude. Yeah, it's a frustration if you're a Raiders or a Broncos fan watching this game because you've had ample opportunities on both sides of the field. For 7-2, they sure ain't playing like it. Shit, that's the way Colts fans felt this past Sunday playing against Pittsburgh. For 7-1, they didn't play very well either. Wow. Wow, they handed it off to Brock Bowers, and he just straight up lost a bunch of yardage. I don't know how the fuck Gino didn't think to tuck that football after. You got to read the defense, bro. These motherfuckers is just running through plays. You got to read the defense. These motherfuckers is just running plays here. Did they forget Genty? Well, apparently, because how the fuck do you end up going backwards and that man doesn't touch the football? Gino, Mayer, you got to break a tackle, and he can't. He can't. Yo, I ain't going to hold you. I ain't going to hold you, bro. Raiders need something of a spark offensively, fam. They need something of a spark offensively. Because the Broncos haven't been able to generate nothing offensively, you can feel comfortable punting. But, bro, this is disappointing as hell. They're actually going to go for it. Wow. Wow, they're actually going to go for it. Oh, they might go all out. Hey, if they all out blitz, they might give you the middle of the field. Right there, right there. Get rid of the ball, Gino. You fucking idiot. Hugh Fanger gets home. That's a sack. Oh, my Lord. Gino, you fucking dumbass. Yo, Denver gets the ball at midfield, bro. Gino, you fucking idiot, bro. Oh, my God. You know the route. You know what route your receivers are running. He's staring down his damn guy. He's literally staring down his damn guy. You got to pull the trigger, bro. You have to pull the trigger, bro. You have to pull the trigger, bro. No, Mostert didn't get his block. Mostert didn't get his block. But here's the problem. Don't take the sack. You know where your guy is running. Put that sumbitch up and give your guy a chance. Gino knows where his guy is going because you know your route. You got to get rid of the ball. You just don't take the sack. Don't take the sack. How many times have we seen in his career he takes a sack? Mostert didn't get his block, but Gino got a fucking, you know where your guy going. Throw that sumbitch. It's 4th down. Just get the ball out of your hand. Get rid of the football. We've seen this time. He's been in the league 10 years. He's been in the league 10 years. Mostert, you got to block your guy. Period. You got to block your guy. But if you're Gino, you know you got a limited amount of time. Your line ain't been protecting you like this year. They haven't. So you should already in your head, yo, I got one read, two. I got to get rid of the fucking football. Period. But Gino, he's staring at his read. He's literally looking at his read. You got to let that sumbitch go. You got to pull the trigger because you know you don't got time like that. Mostert fucked up not getting the block, but Gino got to let that sumbitch go. You got to let that sumbitch go. Last drive, they should have just took the points because you have a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Just take the fucking points. They fucked up. They didn't take the points. At this point, it would have been a much longer field goal, but you probably would have felt comfortable kicking the field goal this time around if you had attempted for it the last drive. Remember West Virginia, Gino? Well, because that's the one thing about the National Football League that I've always, especially in the realm of quarterbacks who don't have protection. If you know you've been under duress, like, for example, Justin Fields this year, right? This man was literally under attack all season long, right? All season long. So with that being the case, if the play call comes in and I got like a 5-step drop or I got to go through 3 reads, I got to know in the back of my mind, yo, I've been getting sacked all fucking year long. I can't afford to be on some, hey, I'm going to fully trust the offensive line to go. I got trust in my guys, but I also got to be realistic. If these motherfuckers can't give me a clean pocket, I got to go 1, 2. I'm not saying telegraph what you got going on. J.K. Dobbins, good run. And he made the man miss, got outside. That's a first down. And now they're inside Raider territory. But you got to go first read, and if first read ain't there, I got to go to the second. He was staring down who he was going to throw the football to. You got to release and pull the trigger, period. Mr. King put 2 on, said, why these offenses look the same and ain't 1-7-1? Well, Isaac put 2 on, said, as a Raiders fan, give us the alligator. Well, y'all might just, they score here, alligator's coming for you. You hope Geno gets benched for Pickett? Little hands Pickett. Let's see what ends up happening.
14 grams.
Most rush yards over expected. What the hell does that mean? Most rush yards over expected. Brandon said, meow, 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 meow. He started trying to mumble in it. Supreme Mind Patuan said, Geno's a liability, hands down. Colorado Ranger for 5-1 said, you swear we must love to recreate the Soviet experience in World War II because we don't make any real moves until we've been in a hole for a bit of time. That's a very good reference right there. Maurice for 5-1 said, does Geno need a CPU upgrade freezing up like that? Well, perhaps. But he might need some sort of WD-40 in his knees or something. Five minutes left to go. Flag backs this whole run up instead of the first down. Now the Broncos are at midfield. Bo Nix under duress. He's going to try to make a move. He's got to get rid of that football. He does get rid of it, finds Harvey, but it's only a gain of 2. Great sure tackle to prevent any additional yardage. What we think of the Broncos uniforms tonight? No, this is just classic Broncos uniform. 1980s, 70s. Well, actually, no. These are their newer uniforms, right? It's or is this considered the throwback? Because I know they have the this is like their alternate orange. Because they usually wear the blue at home. I prefer the late 90s, 2000s Broncos uniform. Bo Nix is going to throw. Got Bryant wide open. That's a cat. Oh, he could score. He could score if he could break that tackle. He's Adonis. Great catch and run right there. Hey, Las Vegas, you might have fucked yourself. You might have fucked yourself. It's a throwback? Okay, so it's a throwback. Adonis inside the 5. Pathetic. Hey, score. Y'all better score here. Y'all better score here. There it is. There's a swing over to Harvey. Oh, great fucking defensive play there. Great play by Trin. Great play by Jeremy Chinde. That's a hell of a fucking play. That's a grown man play right there. Now, the Raiders is just classic Raiders uniform. All right. Looks like they might. Why they still set like they fixing a throw again? Bro, bring J.K. Dobbins in and have somebody run the fucking football. Nick's going to throw again. Oh, he could use his legs if he wants to. He doesn't need to. He got Troy Franklin over the middle. That's a touchdown. That's a Denver touchdown. That's a touchdown. Shame on you. Boo! Boo, Raiders! Boo, Raiders! Franklin always scoring. Yeah, I think that's what, his 5th touchdown on the year? That's his 5th touchdown on the year? Yeah, it's alligator time for the Raiders. It's alligator time for the Raiders. Quick 3-and-out for Las Vegas. And Denver gets the ball back with a field goal before halftime. Wouldn't that be wild? Wouldn't that be absolutely wild? Like, literally, the Raiders, high key, should have been up 17-0. Raiders, high key, should have been up 17-0. Greatest Bronco ever, John Elway. John Elway. Who's a better Bronco than John Elway? Elway, Sharp, Little, Smith. Greatest Raider ever? That's a tough one. No, Matt, no. TD, no. Those guys. Atwater probably would end up being at the 5 spot. But greatest Raider, oh shit, Champ Bailey's another guy too. Yeah, Champ Bailey probably would see. Yeah, so yeah, but the greatest one of all time is greatest Bronco of all time is John Elway. Greatest Raider of all time. Greatest Raider of all time. You know what? Hendricks was there for all 3 championships. Willie Brown, I think, no. Was Willie Brown there for all 3? No, Willie Brown wasn't there for all 3 championships, but Hendricks was. Ted Hendricks was. Raiders had some dogs their whole career. They had some dogs out there. Tim Brown was Mr. Raider, though. So Tim Brown, probably ended up giving it to Tim Brown. Tim Brown was Mr. Raider. Howie Long, Hall of Famer as well. John Madden's a coach. I don't want to give it to a coach, but when you think about the essence of the Raiders, you think about John Madden. You also think about Al Davis as well. Cliff Branch was there for all 3. Yeah, Cliff Branch was there for all 3. Ray Guy, Hall of Famer, punter. He was there. Was Ray Guy there for a championship? No, I don't think Ray Guy was there for a championship. I think he came after it. No, Ray Guy might have been there for the 83 championship. Ray Guy might have been there for the 83 championship. Stabler, Art Shell, Gene Upsaw, Jim Otto, George Blanda, Fred Biletnikoff, George Blanda. You talk about a trivia question. Who has the most interceptions ever thrown in a season? George Blanda with 42 in 1962. He went to the fucking Pro Bowl that year. That's why whenever people talk about interceptions, like truly pre-19, to be honest with you, it's like pre-analytical era. I think all interceptions prior to the year 2000 were very inflated because this was an era of football where defense was defense. So albeit you could throw a pick, but more often than not, it's not really leading to points like that. Or you're in a situation where the game is so fucking volatile. Not to say that it didn't matter, but it was part of just the flow of the game. He threw 42 goddamn interceptions in a season. 42. And he went to the Pro Bowl that year. He was also a great punter as well. Supreme Mind Patuan said the Raiders is, in John Cena voice, ass. Yup, 3rd and 6. They need a first down conversion. Oh my God, no protection. He's taking another sack. Yo, the Raiders have no protection whatsoever. They might have just fucked themselves out this game. Good Lord. Just pathetic, bro. Just pathetic. Hey, one quick look at that Raiders offensive line.
Look at that big ass. Look at that big juicy booty.
Them boys is ass, bro. Them boys is ass, bro. 5 sacks in the first fucking half. And to think, the Raiders could have possibly made it a double-digit lead if the wide receiver wasn't holding on that run for Ashton Genty when he literally did not need to hold because his man was not going to make the play, right? Let's just say they kicked the field goal there. You then had another drive where you went for it on 4th down. If you had a 10-0 lead, you probably kicked the field goal there. No guarantees that you make it, but let's just say you make it, right? You now make it a 13-point lead. Next drive, you failed again. Matter of fact, let me pull up. Let me just go ahead and pull up the fucking play-by-play. Because it's easy if I just tell you with the stuff in front of me, right? So Raiders punt on the opening drive, right? They scored the touchdown afterwards. Here it is on this ensuing drive. They start their drive at the 32, right? No, pardon me, at the 22. Genty runs for 32 yards from the 38 into Bronco territory, all the way down to the 40-yard line. He went down there? No, actually the 30-yard line, I think he was down. So they were in field goal range. He took it down to the 30-yard line. He brought them all the way inside field goal range. Guess what? A dumbass hold. What ended up happening? Ends up being a fucking failure of a drive. They end up having, what was it, the fumble on this one? Was that the fumble? No, the ball went out of bounds. Yeah, it went out of bounds, right? So on a punt, they had to end up the punt right there. This was something they could have left with 3. It could have been 10-0, right? Next drive, what happened? It was 4th and 2. 4th and 2. They had a touchdown that got nullified. Why? Because another wide receiver, dumbass, wanted to go and pass interfere and turn into a Samoan in a motherfucking goddamn dance. This man was over here looking like he should be in a movie with The Rock. He should be somewhere next to Roman Reigns, showcasing he's part of the tribal chief. That would have been a 17-0 lead. This would have been a 3-possession lead over here. Then the next Raiders drive, a turnover on downs from the 38. I can guarantee you, if they were leading 17-0, they would have attempted the field goal. Make or miss. Let's say he make. You got a 20-0 lead. And you start this drive. Let's say Denver still scores. You start this drive leading 20-7. But you know what it is? It's 7-7. And the Broncos got a chance for a 2-minute drill. This is why you're 2-6. This is why you're 2-6. Alexander said, anybody breaking Cam Little's record of 68-yard field goal before the end of the season? No, because what's the probability of individuals having multiple opportunities to go and attempt? Now, albeit the only times that you're probably going to see attempts like that is literally at halftime, right before halftime, because that's the safest time to go and do it. You would rarely see individuals talk about, oh, wow, this man could have held on to the football. But you would rarely see situations like that to go and win the game. I think what made Justin Tucker's 66-yard doink in special was it was a game winner to set the record. Cam Little made his before halftime. Elam had set it before halftime. Prater made his 64-yard field goal before halftime. All these people who've made these 60-yard or I should say career longs to a degree, primarily ends up happening just before halftime because you have the benefit of attempting at that period and just trying to see if you get some points on the board. So Brandon Aubrey is somebody who you can mess around and see in a 2-minute drill. He'll have an opportunity. But the probability of somebody being, because who else do you trust to have that kind of leg? Cam Little, you saw a 70-yard field goal in preseason. Brandon Aubrey, he has the leg. It's just a matter of the accuracy. And he just so happened to have missed it here, 3rd down. Oh, there you go. He got a clear rush. Nobody guarded. Nobody guarded Bryant again. Crossing route, 1st down. Oh, late flag just came in. It looked like it might be on the defense. Yeah, Bo Nix is still moving forward. I think it's on the defense. Oh, no. I think they're moving backwards. Shit. Offense, pass interference. Well, there it is. He must have pushed off. Because he's the one who caught the ball. Oh, yeah. Full extension. Full extension right there. Great fucking call. Great call. Hey, good job by the referee. They booing for. They better be booing it. Damn. Wait, they got 78 penalties already? Oh, my God. Bro, the Broncos got the most penalties in the NFL. 78 through 9 games is outrageous. Well, 10 games now. That's outrageous. Bo Nix might run. 3rd and 14. Doesn't need to. Got Cam Sutton. That's a first down. Cortland Sutton, sorry. Got Cortland Sutton. That's a first down. Raiders got to get off the field here. This is why y'all a 2-6 football team. These motherfuckers get backed up on a super 3rd and long, and you still give up a first down. For shame. Oh, and then a flag comes in now. Is that a false start? And it's a false start on the offense. A second runoff. Pathetic. Pathetic. Come on, son. All right, here we go. At least they got the fresh set of downs. Oh, Bo Nix got to get rid of that football. Pass broken up. That's too good of a win-loss record with 0 discipline. Sean Payton, my glorious coach. Get your guys right, man. But here's where the issue lies. You're winning in spite of that. There's going to come a point where that's really going to shoot you in the foot. First half has killed the Raiders with the penalties have erased what would have been 10 points for them. Oh, shit, Bo Nix rolling right. He's going to let this go. Y'all got to intercept this. Y'all have to intercept this. Get off the ground. Get a good block. Oh, my God. Wait for your guy to block, dummy. He was able to get by him. Get a block. Get a block. Get a block. You fucking don't know how to return the football. You don't know how to return the football. Oh, my God. Kelly has never returned a goddamn football in his life. That's a hell of an interception, but you've got to wait. First, I want to see the replay on this return here. Look at the lack of ability to make hell of an interception. Great job. But look at the lack of the ability on the return here. We've lost the ability to return an interception. Look at the blocking. Look at the blocking. Oh, my God. I need them to show the whole goddamn return. I need to show the whole goddamn return. I'm going to have to spotlight this in the commentary. This motherfucker does not know how to. His teammate didn't go and set a block. This dumbass ain't know how to follow his blocks. Dudes have a chance to at least take it into returnable territory. Somebody get Ed Reed on the phone. Somebody get Charles Woodson on the phone. Motherfuckers done forgot. Get Aqib Talib on the phone. Folks do not know how to return a damn football. Did he just drop this football? Ain't that the same man who took a touchdown off the board because of an offensive pass interference? You couldn't ask for a better pass from Geno Smith. Bro, the ball right there. Oh, my God. What's wrong with these people tonight? What's wrong with these people tonight? Buddy got no. Oh, my God. Yeah, one quick look at the Oakland Raiders, fam. Look at the Las Vegas Raiders.
Look at that big ass. Look at that big, juicy booty.
God gave you 2 goddamn hands for a reason. God gave you 2 goddamn hands for a reason.
Absolutely horrid football being played tonight, bro. Good God almighty. What the hell are y'all doing? What in tarnation are y'all doing? What in This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. When the AOC, that's 3 years ago. These dudes, fam, folks did not want to come out here and play football today, bro. You cannot convince me otherwise. These folks did not want to come out here and play football today. Mark Jackson put 2 on, say, can't wait for this commentary. Man, it's not even going to be a game of highlights. It's going to be a game of lowlights. Gino about to eat a sack right now. He's able to go and find Tyler Lockett. Every receiver once drafted needs to be forced to watch Larry Fitzgerald, Keyshawn Johnson, and Michael Thomas film. William giving out gifts, continuing the tradition. Giving out 5 gifts. Donation. 3rd and 1. They're not going to give the ball to they should give the ball to Ashton Genty here. Because you have a timeout and you have to use it after this play regardless. You have to use it after this play regardless. I'd give this ball to Ashton Genty. Dump the ball off Gino. Dump. Oh my God, he's going to eat a sack. He gets the ball to Genty way too late. Genty can't break the tackle. He's going to end up fumbling the football out of bounds. Just go ahead and go to the half. Just go ahead and go to the half. Just go to the half, bro. Just go to the half.
Gotcha, bitch.
Sacks is now following.
That was an absolute horrid first half, bro. That was an absolute horrid first half, bro. Listen, you probably would have had a better time masturbating or perhaps engaging in carnal knowledge than watching this first half of football, bro. That was horrid of a first half. Absolutely fucking horrid. Terrible. Terrible. If this game going to overtime is outrageous. Outrageous. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Like, what are we doing, son? What am I looking at? Why are we watching this? Why are we watching this? I need another beer. I need another beer. When did the game start? 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you're on the West Coast, start a little bit earlier than that. Is that a brew? Yeah, we got a Sapporo premium beer. I think it's one of the better beers. You never seen so many wide receivers that could not catch? Yeah, bro, it's just disappointing. Colorado put 2 on, said the balance of Stalingrad right now. It's Groznygrad. Somebody go and get the Metal Gear Solid. Funny enough, I believe that's what I'll most likely end up playing on stream. It's just a matter of making sure that I can get everything hooked up with the PS2, because that's what I would have to start with. Actually, no, with the P5, I'd probably have to go and purchase the Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2. Well, no, it'd have to be Metal Gear 3. So I'll start with the P2. Classic Man for 5-1 said, you're a Raider fan. You're giving this game one more quarter. If nothing changes, you're going to bed. Brian said, watch somebody get a safety and win 9-7. Imagine if this game ends on a safety. That'd be outrageous. Mr. Nobody said AB got arrested for attempted murder. Yeah, it's the shooting. I made a video on it earlier this year when I said AB is cooked. Yeah, I made a video about it. He was on, I don't want to say on the run, but for lack of better, terms, he was indeed on the run. Will I play the MGS3 remake? There was a remake? Because I have the original game. I have the original game. You know, this is the part where you show yourself, video game. How am I struggling to find you? Ah, there we are. Yeah, so I have the game. So I should be able to. So it's a remake, Metal Gear Solid Delta. So it's just for the PS5, but it's Metal Gear Solid 3. It dropped like in July or August this year. So it's my favorite franchise of all time. Jermaine put 2 on, said games like Paper, terrible. Terrible. Snake Eater? Yeah, it's Snake Eater. Tony Allen got arrested? What did Tony Allen get arrested for? Does Ashton Genty still exist? I don't know if the Raiders realize he still exists. What did Tony Allen get arrested for? First team all defense. What he got arrested for? Drug possession. What? Why? Boy, he trying to get it out the mud. We got Rashad McCants. All right, so was a passenger in a vehicle driven by William Hatton. Stopped on the interstate during a search. Strong odor of marijuana. Exited the vehicle. Green leafy substance. Marijuana charge. Cigarette box. White powdery substance. Positive for cocaine. They were both charged with possession of meth or cocaine, less than 2 grams, and possession of marijuana, less than 4 grams, in Arkansas?
14 grams of crack. Then you sell it.
What are we doing? Less than 2 grams is a small amount. But, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? No, I would say moving weight. Like, I don't think that'd be enough to be moving weight. Like, marijuana less than 4 grams. Cocaine or crystal meth less than 2 grams. That's probably enough for, what do they call it in cocaine? A bump? That'd be considered what, a bump? Of meth or cocaine. I would assume that's enough for like anybody who's cokeheads who know what's the amount of use for 1 sniff. I don't know how much that would be, because just from like protein, if I was to take 5 grams of like creatine or 5 grams of protein, you probably got about, I want to say about that much. So if you was to line that up with it, that's like enough for one sniff. if that was cocaine or something of that nature. But man, these folk, like, what are you doing, fam? You could have legitimately just sniffed that shit while the police were approaching the vehicle. I don't know how much that would be worth, but like, what are y'all doing? Like the weed thing, I guess it's more accepted nowadays. But then what you in a car with coke for, bro? What are we doing, fam? Buddy had,
You buy 14 grams of crack. Then you sell it.
Who was on crack?
Now go home and smoke some more crack.
You said if you snort 5 grams, you die. No. It's less than 2 grams of the cocaine. It says in the article, less than 2 grams. It said Allen was booked under his given name Anthony, and Hatton were both charged with possession of meth or cocaine less than 2 grams and possession of marijuana less than 4 grams, and taken into the county detention center in Harrisburg, Arkansas. So they had less than 4 grams of marijuana and less than 2 grams of cocaine. So I don't know how much grams. You know, I would assume maybe a gram a piece if one person were to go and sniff. I don't know how much one would be considered. I'm not sure. I've never done cocaine nor meth. I couldn't tell you. But that's their situation. No, meth or cocaine, not meth and cocaine. Meth or cocaine. So it's either meth or cocaine because they said it was a white powdery substance. Yeah, they said white powdery substance, which was later tested positive for cocaine. So it's cocaine. So I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. In New York, there's a scat man, but evidently in Arkansas, there was a crack man. And evidently they gave son out a sniff. Thomas, +5 said, better PS1 game, SGF or SGF. Why did I say that? MGS 1 or Final Fantasy 7. I'll go Metal Gear Solid, but I'm a little biased because it's my favorite. It's my favorite game series. So there's that. Why Arkansas? Who knows? But boy, we out the mud. We got Marshon McCants. Didn't he call Phoenix the capital of cocaine and meth use? Yeah, I think so. I think that's what the Rocket said. I think that's where they were. Gotcha, was it? Bitch. Does it actually say it in the corner? That's where it was at.
Is now following.
Now go home and smoke some more crack.
Nah, I actually don't think that's where it was at. They just said Rashad McCants. No, Rashad McCants wasn't involved in there. But Tony, if you guys remember from the podcast Out the Mud, it was Tony Allen and Zach Randolph. They had the podcast Out the Mud. So when Rashad McCants is like, yeah, it's easy to get 81 points. Matter of fact, do I have the clip? Let me see here. Let me see if I have the clip. I don't think I have the clip. But boy, it's Out the Mud. Find the clip. Here we go. Let's see if I can find the clip. If they have it. Here we go. They got is it horizontal here? They always got the clip like bordered. I need the shit. You know what? We're just gonna go with this one. We'll work with what we got. I'll find the horizontal one elsewhere so I can put it in video. Just so y'all know what I'm referencing here. Here we go.
Now then you put that in, you say, I can get 81. If I factor this in, I got 15 in the first. That was easy. Wasn't doing nothing. It was easy. I was just.
What 81 you talking about?
Kobe's 81.
Boy, it's Out the Mud. We got Rashad McCants.
Kobe's 81. Kobe's 81.
We appreciate
Kobe's
y'all tuning in. Out the Mud. Zach Randolph, Rashad McCants, Cemetery Lane. We did it. Out the
Mud. Easily one of the greatest podcast clips of all time, son. Easily one of the greatest podcast clips of all time, bro. Because I legit, till this day, I'll have times when I legit will just say it's Out the Mud when somebody say something stupid. Like, they say something stupid. Like, one of my friends, this past Saturday, one of our friends said some dumbass shit. I think he was talking about Mr. No IG. He was talking about, yeah, you know, if when we was in college, like, yeah, man, if I had more snaps and they ain't play with me my final year, man, I'd have made it to the league. It's like that Thugnificent meme where I always use it like, man, what the fuck is you talking about? I just looked this up for like 6 seconds. Boy, it's Out the Mud. And I made it seem like I'm talking to a camera. That shit's a top 10 podcast clip. I'll be saying that shit all the time. It's hilarious. Rashad McCants been going platinum in my crib. We got Rashad McCants, my father, looking at me just. Who's Rashad McCants? Like, sorry, Dad, you don't get the reference. Is it still playing? I hope not. Yeah, because the name of the podcast was Out the Mud. That's why I said Out the Mud. Did I hear about Christian Wood home? Christian Wood had a home invade? What the fuck's going on? Eric Spoelstra house burned down. Christian Wood had a home invasion. Former Lakers player Christian Wood shoots at intruders during a home invasion. Shoots at intruders. Motherfuckers tried to storm into his crib. 3 dudes trying to enter the home. He had to fire shots and they fled. See, this is, man, this the problem of having way too much public motherfucking information. That's a targeted motherfucking that's a targeted shot to try to get some crib. Nah, bruh. That ain't it. That ain't it. Hey, I'm glad he was able to go and get those folks to flee, but then the problem is they might spin back. He ain't hit nobody, but the shots was enough to make them, run off. But man, home invasion in a country where most people are strapped is crazy. Well, believe it or not most people are strapped. Not most people are strapped. You take the off chance that, folks might not be strapped. And the downside is like people who be doing the, I would never be somebody who does a, like one of those, what is it, AD? The home tour and stuff like that. And I had like rich, or I should say incredibly fancy stuff that's going on. Like, yes, I'll give you a home tour. Like once everything's set up in here, I'll give a home tour, but I ain't got no super flashy. Like somebody break into my crib. Most expensive shit I got is legitimately my setup. Let somebody break up in here trying to go and you really not leaving with shit. You really not leaving with shit. Am I pulling out the sword? Well, the sword, if you're in close contact, then at that point, if you armed and I'm not, bringing a sword to a gunfight, I'm fixing to lose. But I'd have to let you meet the before you even get an opportunity to get a little close. More guns than people in the USA. Yeah, but you got to remember, there's a lot of folks who own multiple. There's a lot of folks who own multiple. And then, of course, the stuff off the black market and stuff like that. Hence why, although I'm not going, it's political for all intents and purposes. It's one of the reasons why I think ultimately, if you was to say, all right, let's try to see if we can confiscate the guns, it's a losing it's a losing metric, because the people who actually got their shit that's undocumented is going to end up having super leverage over the people who actually would know how to, utilize it the right way and for the right reasons. Then you ultimately end up getting fucked. So I think there's way too much in circulation to where it's kind of difficult to try to regulate. You got him backed up over here. Oh, damn, he dropped the football. All right, hey, somebody earlier done talked about possible safety. It's a possibility it could happen here. Swords by the cut bill. It's like Deadpool. Hey, if only. If only. Yeah, AJ, I agree. All right, 3rd and 12. Oh, they got a chance for a safety. He's going to throw the ball straight into the ground. They got to try to get a punt block here on 4th down. They have to try to get a punt block here on 4th down. Do I visit the gun range often? No, but funny enough, the Unchiseled Adonis had uploaded a video from when we went to one in California, I believe today, 4 years ago. So it's funny that you mention. What is this? This man giving a woman a piggyback ride? Oh, that's his wife? Good for him. Why did that pop up on my feed, though? Why do I need to see that? Amen. But yeah, when we were in the gun range. Huh? Mine again, Jutsu? Did it? Well, that's interesting. I don't even have a privacy screen. Why is it like that? Interesting. Yeah, but bizarre. Well, interesting. Y'all can't see shit. Okay. I don't. Yeah, I can't see shit. That's a little different. Let me see. Okay. So let me try on this phone. Let me try on this phone. Like all of a sudden, shit ain't visible on that phone. Yeah, so this is 2021. I know it's kind of colorful. Yeah, so then there's the unchiseled Adonis, wide body, 4 years ago. Shooting, I believe it was a 45. You can't really see shit, but yeah. He had the funniest fucking stance. It was so hilarious. I don't know why my phone's giving issues. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, I got two phones. Because once the phone's paid off, now granted it's an additional $40 per month, but if you actually use it for two different things, then it's not that big of a deal. ASO said I gotta make a reaction of the dude getting punched and his head did a 360. A dude got punched and his head did a 360. Oh, that must have been AI. Because if your head did a 360, you're dead. Like you're dead. Speaking of Stevie Wonder, did I see that dude grass is brown? Well, I mean, he don't need to see the grass. Here we go, 2nd and 10, handoff, Ashton Genty, where's he going? Nowhere. It's going to be a 3rd and very short here. The Raiders need a first down. They need something on offense. These motherfuckers have not scored since their second drive, and it's been failure after failure after failure after failure of drives. Yeah, business phone, yeah. All right, here we go. 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Get that ball. Get that ball out. Run a play action. They're bringing somebody down, but he's got to set a block outside. They're overloading on the right side. Somebody's got to go pass protect on the right side to protect Gino. They're going to use a timeout. They got the timeout off. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck they doing. There's a lady on the sideline with a long-ass two-braid. Shorty got a long-ass two-braid. Would that be considered pigtail? No, actually, no. Pigtail is, I guess, I don't know what it's considered. I always found the long two-braid on ladies very attractive. That was always nice to look at aesthetically. What are they doing? I wish I knew. I have to buy a red shirt. I got to buy a red shirt. This is one of my favorite actual shirts. It is dark blue. I've been a big fan of that. I got to get a red shirt, though. Got to buy a couple of red shirts. I'll probably buy some suits later on in the month. Maybe Black Friday. We'll see what the prices look like. 3rd and 2. Oh, my God. They're going to throw in fucking Gino. Pass incomplete. What the fuck are they doing, bro? These dudes don't want to play football. These dudes do not want to play football. I don't know what they out there doing. They wasting people's time. They are wasting people's time out here. That's an actual great route right there from Tyler Lockett, and this motherfucker threw it super high. Mans did not recognize Tyler Lockett is 5'0". Tyler Lockett, 5'0". This man launched the goddamn football, bro. You got to be kidding me. Dude's his ass. Edgar said, at what point is the NFLPA going to start making the NFL punish teams for being ass for so long and wasting players' years and stinking it up? It's one thing if you suck the first year or two, but every year, that actually is a level of frustration. Like, for example, Cincinnati going 30 years without a playoff victory. The Browns going 30 years without a playoff victory. The Bills going 17 years without a playoff appearance, you know? A lot of these damn franchises going a very long period of time without even being in a sniffers chance of competing. The Lions going like 50 fucking years between like playoff victories. I don't think the Lions hadn't won. No, 50 years is crazy. 30 years without a playoff victory. A lot of periods of time where you got folks who literally are constantly at the bottom of the fucking barrel. Like, there comes a point where I believe owners need to be, yo, you got 10 years, you've been owning the team, losing records, no playoff appearances. You're struggling to have Pro Bowl fucking, Pro Bowl representatives. Fam, change ownership. You got a strong, like, you have to want to put out a presentable product. Can't be wasting people's time out here, fam. Team need to be demoted to the gulag. No. I don't think it's the matter of demoting the team. I think you got to look at the owners like, yo, y'all got to do better. Because here's the thing. You can have a losing team and still have a cash generating, a franchise. And what always blows my mind is there's a lot of times in which you have ownership. It's very confusing how you got folks who really can't boost morale around the locker room, galvanize the audience to not want to go and tune in, to the games. Because for all intents and purposes, I believe you can mess around and lower the ticket prices, that's around so that you could get more people to pull up to the games. Furthermore, I think you could do way more stuff in the community. Even if you don't have the players going on, you could say, hey, this is a team that is doing these events and you got this going on over here. Because you got a decent amount of cash to make it happen. And I'm not going to sit here and police you and tell you what you should do with your money. Like, ultimately, it's your decision to go and do it. But there's so much things you could do in the community. There's so much things you could do in the community under the banner of the team to go and bring in a grandiose amount of money, despite the team fucking losing, to where people would still want to tune in and support said franchise. Oh, I'm glad that they've spotlighting fucking Jerry Rice 2-touchdown performance against the Broncos in 2002. Motherfucker was 40 years old. I believe that's when he had scored his 200th touchdown of his career. Suarez for 5-1 says, up against the AU. Heard ESPN bet shut down today. Do I think it was because of the whole NBA gambling scandal, or would have happened regardless? I don't know. If it would have shut down regardless, but unfortunate that it shut down. Oh, that's a cheap suit that this brother got on. See that? I hate that outer stitching they got on the outside. You're more convinced that Geno was at those poker games with Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones? Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl since Clinton got fellatio relations from his assistant. How on God's green earth are we still considered America's team? There's still marketing, because the Cowboys still have the largest fan base in the NFL, and the Patriots fan base grew exponentially through the dynasty because people jumped on the bandwagon. And Robert Kraft better be thanking the fucking heavens that the stuff with Drake May is working out right now, albeit who knows, it could just mess around and be a 1 year type of situation. Because remember, Mac Jones' rookie year, they went to the playoffs, got fucking punched by the Bills, but they had a situation in which they could have messed around and been the 1 seed just 2 years post Brady, because you had that 1 year with Cam Newton, and then ultimately, 2021, they done made it to the postseason and then fell off a cliff, right? So ultimately, Belichick had to ultimately leave, and then now you're in a situation where you had former players come in and coach. You had Mayo, then after that, then you have Vrabel and stuff like that. But overall, in situations like that, hey, you at least can maintain the fan base to a degree. Some of them went over to Tampa and then ultimately left when Brady retired, so then they come back to New England. But if you're a team that's been a bottom feeder forever, it's very difficult to attract new fans outside of people who are localized in the area. Game so boring, these motherfuckers is zooming in on the moon. Game so boring, these motherfuckers is zooming in on the moon. Third and 1. Got to get a stop. Oh, they might have got him. Bo Nix might have not made it. Bo Nix might have not made it. Wow, they're just going to go ahead and give him the first down. They're just going to accept where the ball was spotted. I'll be damned. We not going to get a replay to confirm if he actually made it or not? Pete Carroll's like, that's a hell of a fucking spot. They not even going to give us a replay. All right. I don't think Bo made it, bro. I really don't think Bo made it. They just fast forwarded. We didn't even get a replay, a visit at the damn play at all. I truly don't think Bo made it. That should have been a 4th and short. At least give us a replay so we can verify. Because I'm looking at the Prime Vision angle. Also, I have the Twitch angle, the regular angle right here too. I don't think he actually made it. No replay assist, no nothing. They didn't even stop it to go and review it. Like I don't know. Hand off to Dobbins. Can he get outside? Good cut inside. It was a get right past the defender, but then he's going to go down after a gain of about 5 there. Broncos said he was short. Ended up working out in your team's favor, buddy. Ended up working out in your team's favor. He was 100% short. Maybe the virtual chains. Well, whatever the case was, they gave him the first down, fam. They gave him the first down. 2nd and 3. There's another handoff to Dobbins. Now he's going to get stopped. No, wow. Somehow was able to pick up positive yardage. That's crazy. Buddy hit the motherfucking circle button and kept spinning, kept spinning, kept spinning, kept spinning. Also, I got to go on a hunt of a bunch of my old classic videos and start re-uploading some of those 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019 rants. Post them some bitches on Instagram because now I got a little bit of motion over there. Because folks is new to me, but I ain't new to this shit. Got to introduce people to who the fuck Chiseled Adonis just so happen to be. They're going to toss it out to J.K. Dobbins. How does he get out of the backfield? That's a first down. And now they're inside Raiders territory. Peyton said, so I'm nothing to you. No. I mean, you got a lot of the you got a lot of them that is uploaded inside the throwback channel over there on Discord. I appreciate you for that. And I got to hunt down some of the older ones. I got to open up my very first content laptop. I got to go back to my parents' house to go see if I have some of those old files. Hopefully that laptop even turns on. Some of the very old files from like 2017, 2018. Because I have some from the original Facebook page that got deleted. But I still have a compilation from like 2017. I think I have that on my terabyte, which is, I actually don't know where the terabyte is. Somewhere around here. Whoa. Egg on the head is crazy. See, that's outrageous. That's outrageous lore. This man, funny enough, that was Brian Pumper was his name, right? Brian Pumper was his name. Apparently, that was the guy who was in the video that I posted on the short with the or I should say the reel, because I'm not gonna put it on YouTube. They're gonna block me. When he was talking about the different DVDs, apparently they said in the chat room that was him. For those who don't know about the original face, the third ever, it's crazy that I remember the number because I still remember the first 5 videos I ever made that went over 1 million views, and they were on Facebook. The third ever video that I made that went over 1 million views, Brian Pumper was apparently entering and exiting a harlot in a staircase and cracked the egg over her head. This was, I believe, recorded in 2017. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. And that video ended up getting taken down. I don't know if I actually have it, but if it's on the laptop, that'd be something. But yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go to my parents' house and see about that, if I could get my hands on some of those old classic videos. Yeah, the score has not changed, Chiquita. The score has not changed. Facebook algorithm doing good for me, by the way. Yeah, it's since slowed down a bit, but there was a period in time in 90 days. What the fuck are they doing? Oh, they're trying a little bit of trickery? What are they doing? They ended up losing a gang of yardage over there. What was the game plan here? Bo Nix threw it to Cortland Sutton. I don't know if this was a trick play or not, but it completely fell apart. What the hell was that? What was that play? They're trying to catch somebody off guard. You got to punt the football now. No, they're going to try to field goal with Will Lutz. This is about to be a 60-yarder? Where's he kicking from? No. This is about to be a 58-yarder. 58, 59. Yeah, 59-yard field goal. I would not be surprised if he missed. I would not be surprised if he missed. Here we go. There's the snap. Oh, he's got it. That's good. That's good. No, it's short. It's short. He had the accuracy, just didn't have enough leg. It's short. Big nuts, Lutz. Yeah, well, it's short. 59-yard field goal. It did not make it. It did not make it. Not enough leg. They should have had somebody back there. There's a stinker indeed. Absolute stinker indeed. This game is so ass, one would say it's...
I'm a scat man.
That's the wrong one. Booty shake. Shit ass. Imagine OT with 7-7. That'd be crazy, bro. Somebody got to score. Somebody has to score. Why his eyes like that? I have no idea. I have no idea. King JD said, you fighting sleep right now? I can't even blame you. I want to go to sleep as well. What happened to Bowers? Did Chip Kelly forget about him? Of that one catch? I mean, at this point, I don't know if they trust what's going on with the protection to get the ball out of Geno's hands, but he should have way more motherfucking, he should have way more touches. He should have way more touches. Because this is terrible. This game so ass it should have been on Tubi. Well, game smells like fecal matter indeed. Folks is not playing good football whatsoever. But yeah, I got to get my hands on a lot of those classic
Boston
clips.
Capo is now following.
What is this? Ariana Grande. Why are you sending this to me? Why are you sending this to me? Man, I don't care. Send this shit to me for. There be times I open DMs, folks be sending me anything. Like, hey, look at Ariana Grande in 2014. Okay. What this got to do with me? Oh, the pass ricocheted, intercepted. Oh, my Lord, it's picked off by a... God damn. Homie got fucking blasted. What a tackle from Brock Bob. Boom. Get your bitch ass on the ground. Oh, no, that was Mayer again. That's a big-ass hit right there from Mayer. Oh, they're going to throw a fucking flag. They better not throw the flag on Mayer on the tackle here. No hands. Aston Genty right through his hands. Ricocheted into the air. Picked off by Tillman. Takeaway right there. Hell of a fucking play. But this man got boomed. He got boomed. Supreme Mind Patuma said Geno Smith need to keep his helmet on. Ugly. Oh, my. Roughing the passer on the run back. After the interception, unnecessary roughness. What was the call? That's 12 interceptions from Geno Smith. That one's not even his fault. Oh, I guess they picked up the flag. No flag. J.K. Dobbins going to cut back. Nowhere to go. Wow, this man almost dropped the fucking football. It ricocheted off his fucking body, and then he was able to go and catch it. Raiders get Tom Brady. I mean, shit, they have Tom Brady up inside the damn stands, but I don't think he's going to unretire. I don't see it happening. He's unretiring for one game in Saudi Arabia, or I should say a series of games on a day. Where's Bo Nix just running away and then able to get that ball out? Did he get out the tackle box? Did he get out the tackle box? If this motherfucker did not get out the tackle box. Oh, they call pass interference on the offense. Hey, back him up. What did he do? How you get a pass interference on the throwaway? How do you get a pass interference on a throwaway? Oh, yeah, he was holding. Yeah, it's either pass interference or it's holding. One way or another. That's a good call. That's a good call. Peyton said, speaking of Adonis classics, does the Wonderful Boobies on Church Avenue still exist? I think so. I think so. Let me see. Bobby's. I think so. Funny enough, I should still go over there, see if they have the tracksuit. See, Bobby's Church Avenue, they still there? Yeah, let me see if both of them is still there, actually. Because there's one across the street from each other.
Gotcha, bitch.
Drammage is now following.
Got Bobby's right here. There's one right here, and then Bobby. Yeah, they're both still here. Yep, they both still there. Both of them is still there. Yeah, nah, he's down. That ball, he was down. 3rd and 18. Bo Nix is going to get sacked here. No, he's going to actually throw a short arm. Great fucking tackle. Great tackle. Great tackle. And now what do you want to do? What do you want to do? You were short by 2 yards on the field goal. What do you want to do here? I don't know if they feel comfortable given that he was short, or do you want to try a field goal here? Because now this field goal would be what, 56 yards? I think they're going to punt now. I think they're going to punt now. Albert said, you're like a superior, funnier, more talented version of Stephen A. Smith. You can commentate over the highlights better than anyone in the biz. Oh, why, thank you very much. I appreciate that. They're going to end up punting rather than attempting the field goal again. And now they have a chance to pin them inside their own 10. Not really the best punt, but it goes into the end zone. And that's going to field it there at the 20-yard line. At least the turnover turns into nothing, but you have to score some points or something, bro. This game is ass, bro. Sargent said, you finally off work. Let's go, Broncos. Listen, you might as well go back to work, bro, because this game is ass, bro. This game is ass, bro. Motherfuckers who watching this game right now is looking at the television score, begging the offenses to put points on the board like,
Please! Please! No!
By the way, for those who have no idea what the backstory of that clip is, that's Tyrese running his own audition reel for Django Unchained. I ain't gonna hold you. There really wasn't a scene in that movie that required that action. What script was he reading? I struggle to go and watch Django right now. If he's trying to take the role that Jamie Foxx was in, when in the movie did you even have to do this? Like, let's run it again.
Please! Please!
When? This motherfucker's just making shit up. When? There was no scene for this. There was no scene for this. Maybe if he was playing the role of Steven at the end of the movie, but there was no point. He just made his own shit up. But he said, fuck, bump the script. Hey, I'm fixing to go out here. No! Please! For no reason. Man's just making this shit up, son. He must have thought it was a Transformers goddamn clip. Hey, Bring the Rain. Homie, I don't know why. When I was in college, Bring the Rain was like the I don't want to say the code word for me and my roommate. That shit's hilarious though. Bring the fucking rain. Oh man. But yeah, I don't know where or why he decided to go and do that. Sarga Bafava said, what's going on, Chiseled? Hope I'm doing good. You're popping in the show love tonight. The game got you like Ghostface meme. Well, it's ass, to say the least. Left cheek, left cheek, left cheek, left cheek, left cheek. This dude is just he's a comedy actor masquerading as an, I don't want to say as an R&B singer because he actually can sing, but masquerading as somebody who wants to be taken seriously as a serious actor. All right, let's see here. Eric the Fan put 2 on, said, imagine instead of Jamie and Sam, it's Will and Tyrese. Just depressing. It was code red for you and your homies in college? Yeah. My old college roommate actually ran into both my father and my brother on separate occasions, but I have not seen this man in years. Shout out to Richard, man. Shout out to Chad Chow, man. That's my guy. 2nd and 7. Oh, Jesus, throw the football away, Gino. Ball makes it back to no. Don't throw the flag. He got out of the tackle box and the ball. Oh, wow. The flag comes out now for intentional grounding. Oh, man. The ball didn't make it? The ball didn't make it to the line of scrimmage? What do you mean? Didn't it bounce in front of the line of scrimmage? Did it bounce off the ground?
14 grams of crap.
Maybe I'm tripping. Apparently it didn't make it. They give it to Mostert. He ain't going nowhere. Jeffrey put 2 on, said, you don't want the taste, you want the whole load. Sir. Relax, Paul Pierce. I actually got a video I got to make on Paul Pierce. Talking about, hey, fellas, you want to see if you got a good woman? Cheat on her and see how she react. What? What? They got mics with too much people, bro. They gave mics to too much people. Shit don't make no damn sense, fam. Shit don't make no damn sense. Folks just be saying anything. Folks just be saying anything. Oh, it's blocked. The punt is blocked, picked up by Denver, and they're going to have it in a goal-to-go situation. Oh, man. And now they're in scoring distance. Hey, guess what, Las Vegas? You just fucked yourself. You just fucked yourself. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I blocked it. Oh, damn, this one hit him in the face, too. That's the same shit that happened on Monday night. But he got rocked right in the face, and that resulted in points. And here tonight, it happens again. Back-to-back primetime games, blocks on punts happen by way of hitting somebody square in the face. Yeah, I'll set this clip up for a reaction once I get done with the stream. All right, come on. 2nd and 12. PTF, punt to the face. 2nd and 12. Where's he going? Oh, he got a man. Oh, my God, he missed him. He completely missed him, bro. He had his man right there, and he completely missed him. He threw the ball into the ground. That's a touchdown. That's a fucking touchdown. How do you miss your man? How do you miss your man? That's a fucking touchdown. Come on, man. What is you doing? What the hell is this game? I wish I knew. Got to dump it off. He's got Franklin. Franklin ain't going nowhere. Better just protect the football. Y'all get back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, they booing even louder now. Boo! Yeah, they booing. They definitely saying boo now. I don't know if they saying boo earns, but they definitely booing right now. They 100% booing right now. I can hear them.
Smithies, are they booing me?
No, they're saying boo earns. Boo earns.
Are you saying boo or boo earns?
I was saying boo earns.
32-yard field goal, booted through the uprights, and it's good. It's 10-7 with 5 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. King the Artist said you called it. Yeah, you definitely did. Why they have MGM betting on Fields LED board? Well, golly. Yeah, they were able to win some games when they were trailing heavily in the fourth quarter. Bowl fourth quarter Knicks. Wait, these motherfuckers went 6 straight 3-and-outs? Oh boy, this is like the fucking Colts Broncos game 3 years ago. All right, here we go. Final play of the third. Yes, it is. We're going to open up the fourth following this kickoff. Kayla said, makes me wish tomorrow would hurry up and get here. Indeed, because tonight, this ain't it. This game is ass. No, we don't sound the alarm this soon. We got to wait till we come back from commercial break. Disappointing. Why does the Broncos always do this in the fourth? Well, Sarga Batuan said this game should have been in Braille instead of a TV. Shit. I mean, I could agree with you. Because this shit is ass. Maurice Cheeks is in the house for sure. Because this game certainly is Cheeks. No denying that. Please tell you this, the second quarter. Oh, no, we're getting ready for the fourth. We are getting ready for the fourth. Helen Keller would be proud that she can't see this game indeed. Put both these teams on the L train at this point, but somebody got to go. Somebody legitimately got to go. Matt said start, bench, cut, trade, Leaf, Russell, Trubisky, and Lemon. Oh, Lemon. Golly. Okay, so straight out the gate, Jamarcus Russell is getting cut. Jamarcus Russell is getting cut. I would have to start. I'll start Lemon. I'll bench Trubisky. I'll trade Leaf. I'm cutting Jamarcus Russell. Dark Bag said Broncos are honestly trolling the Raiders right now. They're legitimately, I don't want to say, you know what? I don't even want to say playing with their food, but I have to. They're playing with their food. Sargent for 5-1 said the whole commentary of this game should be error 404, 100%. 100%. Folks is out here wasting people's time. They're really out here wasting people's time. Like I said earlier at halftime, bro, you could have legitimately, if you were gooning this entire evening, it probably would have been more productive than watching this football game. I kid you not. Probably would have been more productive than watching the entire football game. But nonetheless, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at the final period of this game, where we've seen only 2 more points than punts tonight. Both offenses have been absolutely ass. Offensive production not on the marquee. AFC West showdown here, and Geno Smith appears to be down. Kenny Pickett warming up, getting ready to enter into this game. But the Broncos sitting atop the AFC West, attempting to not take a loss to the bottom of the AFC West, as Geno Smith and the Raiders look to take their receipt to the Spur Bank and get their comeback. But will the Broncos take the dead Namekian to the funeral home and put the nail in the coffin? We won't have to wait on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z, because this game has been nothing close to being exciting. But what's going to happen in the final 15, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is here, ladies and gentlemen. The fourth quarter is here in this game that is absolutely ass.
Hawks_23
and unfortunately,
just resubscribed for 7 months.
For the Raiders, there is a man down.
Oh, no. There's a man down.
And it is Geno Smith on the ground. The signal caller for the Las Vegas Raiders is currently down. And if he leaves, then it will be fourth quarter Pickett who will have an opportunity to. Is that a commercial with 500 miles? I remember our Family Guy introduced me to that song. I used to listen to that shit all through high school. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to see your face and miles and SGF put 2 on us. I had a nap, woke up to the alarm, and the game is still ass indeed. Just to be the man who walked 500 miles to Fall down at your door. Hand off to Ashton Genty. Where's he going? Nowhere. And now Kenny Pickett trying to do yet another primetime fourth quarter comeback here in his fourth season. Here comes Kenny Little Hands Pickett. Super Bowl champion last year with the Philadelphia Eagles. Journeyman since leaving the Pittsburgh Steelers and losing his job. He done threw it right behind his man. Incomplete, and they're off the field again. Pickett gonna throw a Pickett. Secret blessing for the Raiders. Yeah, if you're Denver, all you just got to do here is try to get a first down. But these motherfuckers have gone 3 and out. They haven't had a first down since the second quarter. Wait, Laundry on the field again. Is this a hold on the Broncos?
14 grams.
This might be a hold on the Broncos. Nathan Bafavo said, breaking news, Antonio Brown arrested in Dubai and will face charges for attempted murder in the U.S. We should all say enough for the clown. Wow. It's actually on the Raiders. Man willfully ran out of bounds. Yeah, I think he willfully ran out of bounds. Yeah, he willfully ran out of bounds. You can't do that. Why the fuck is he running like that? Why is he running like that? Why is he running like that? Did y'all see how he ran? Did y'all see how he ran? This man ran like this. This man ran like this. Look at me. I play for the Las Vegas Raiders. We're 2-6. I run like an abnormal Titan. That's how I run. I made it to the NFL despite running like this. That's how he run. That's how he run. You a grown man. You a grown man. You a grown damn man. That's how you run? Man's willfully ran out of bounds. What are we doing, son? What are we doing? Man's running like a goddamn abnormal Titan. That's ridiculous. What are we doing? He run like he's free falling. Supreme Mind, but 2-1 said, if you can't go to sleep, put this game on. NyQuil. Melatonin. Ketamine. It's got everything to put you to sleep. Anesthesia. That's what this game here tonight is. That's what this game is. Me running away from student loans? Shit. Now that I think about it, when is my payment due? Because they're not letting me stay in forbearance. Go to Nelnet. Let me go to Nelnet. Because they're not letting me stay in forbearance. Let me see what the date for a payment. Did I miss it? Let me see. You gotta send me a code. I think I blocked their number. Shit. My payment is due on the 18th. How much more interest has it been? I'm anticipating 45 Dura every single month. And it's gone up since the 1st of September. Oh no, this is on the 15th. It went from 18 to 63. Yep, 45. Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. Well, no, that's in 2 weeks. That's $45 in 2 weeks. Oh no, I don't like that. Yeah, but they ain't gonna get no money out of me. I'm giving 20. All I got is $20. I got $20. 2nd and 6 here. Where's Bo Nix gonna go with the football? Oh, he's going deep, and he's got a man. Missed him. Rod's MedJ said, "Wait, can you send the vids for me to react to? DM me on Instagram. You can email it. I think the email is the easier way to get it to me because I get so many DMs, so I can't see everything. And sometimes people be sending me repeat, DMs. Oh, they're gonna get to him. Bo Nix is not gonna get rid of. Yeah, you gotta get rid of that football. Another 3 and out. Another 3 and out. Oh, Gino is getting ready to go back out there. Gino getting ready to go back out there. Do I think this administration is gonna allow me to be in forbearance? Better go with paying. Better get well. I ain't paying it. Everything going towards the mortgage. Legitimately, the next 4 years, everything going towards the mortgage. Because I've said time and time again, New York expensive as a motherfucker, but if you ain't got no rent, you ain't got no mortgage, it's affordable. Every dime that comes in going towards a motherfucking mortgage. Gino worse than Haktua? They're going to throw a flag, too. This is coming back an additional 15 yards. Another flag. Laundry on the field. Another flag. Another flag. Broncos was number 1 team in the league with penalties. The Raiders was number 4. They're really pathetic, truly. Really, is that a blindside block? Not really a blind. I think it's just an illegal block. Because if y'all remember the Keith Rivers rule due to Hines Ward, or I should say the Hines Ward rule, not the Keith Rivers rule, where he absolutely broke Keith Rivers' jaw in a Cincinnati versus Steelers game. So they outlawed the blindside block or the crackback block, if you will. But overall, you have to run and just obstruct the person. So really what he should have done in that situation is just run straight down to where you didn't appear to block him. Supreme Mind Patuan said it at Sleepy for the rest of your life. At Sleepy's for the rest of your life. For good indeed. This game needs an accelerated clock. I agree. Because this is atrocious. Like, you talk about a game showcased to America, and this is what we supposed to be seeing, bro. This is terrible. Motherfuckers is probably canceling they damn Amazon subscription right now. Amazon saying, why you canceled? Instead of just telling them the game was ass, they gonna say,
insufficient funds. You ain't got no money. Woo.
this game is trash. It stinks just like.
Oh man, my cake stinks.
Nah, dude, that's Chelsea green.
Anu put 2 on it, said bull ring ass game. Indeed, the Raiders need to mess around and score a touchdown. Shock the damn Bronco faithful. Peyton said, you just realized your shit is now starting to collect entrance. Your night is ruined. Yeah, see, I told you. That interest shit is coming out of nowhere. Like now, I think mine is starting to compound a little bit more. Gino's back in the lineup now. You need a Aston Genty huge run right now.
14 grams.
Nope, they're gonna play action. Gino's gonna launch it down the field. Got a man. There it is. Trey Tucker, huge first down. They're now at the 34. That's their first passing yard in the second half. Is crazy. That's their first passing yard in the second half. Is outrageous. Nathan Bavavon said, Antonio Tavares Brown Sr., you have the right to remain silent. Anything you can or do or can and will be used in a court of law. Dump off. There's Ashton Genty. Good block. Cut inside. All right. Positive yardage right there for Ashton Genty. He's going to take it down to the 39. You play Christmas versus the Chiefs on a Thursday. You had a better time watching Harlots fight over a sandwich than watching this game. This game sucks ass. 2nd and 6. Brock Bowers one-on-one outside. Gino got a man. There it is. Tyler Lockett, first down. They're now inside Bronco territory. Oh, shit. Gino's down. No, he's back up. Gino down, but he back up. He limping. Oh, that's a late hit. That should have been a roughing the passer. Where's the flag? That's a fucking roughing the passer. How does the referees not call that? That's roughing the passer. What the hell? That's a blatant rough. That's wow. I'll be damned. We've seen flags come out for less.
Zero Gravity 69 is now following.
Ashton Genty's going nowhere. He's going down. What? How is that not a flag for roughing the passer? That's insane. The Bill Vinovich crew, that's why. Well. All right, here we go. 10 minutes left to go here in this game. 2nd and 9. Over the middle, over the middle, over the middle. Nope, they're going to try to catch them off guard. It doesn't work out. They're going all out blitz here. They're going to go all out blitz here. The seam should be open. They're most likely going to come. The seam, oh, no, they didn't all out blitz, but Gino's not going to get out the pocket. Wow, he was able to escape, somehow still holds on to the football, then Cooper gets him on the ground. Oh, my God, bro. Listen, just go ahead and get Kenny Pickett out there, bro. Gino can't even move. Gino can't even move, bro. This motherfucker is beat the fuck up. Get that man off the field. Get that man off the field.
By 14 grams of crack.
Thomas Watuon said CPU versus CPU Madden games be better than this shit. 6 times they made it to Gino. First time in the second half. That was actually a fucking magnificent punt, too. Oh, my God. That punt went out of bounds at the 3-yard line. That punt went out of bounds at the 3-yard line, bro. That was a spectacular fucking punt. Who's worse, Wentz or Geno? Wentz. Wentz was fucking. He went into the game with one arm. Let's see if he could get this same punt. Oh my God, turn around. You couldn't locate the football. That last punt went out of bounds at the 3-yard line. This time around, not there inside the 20. Too many flags in this. Mark Jackson said, you thought about staying up after the game? Not anymore. Yeah, this is the type of game that makes you want to go to sleep. This is the type of game that makes you want to go to sleep. I'm telling you right now. Like, what's the purpose of even remaining awake? There's folks right now that immediately say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to sleep. I'm not interested in being awake no more. Ever since you heard about that Sean Payton bounty, you can't unsee it. That hit on Geno is definitely one of those, one of them ones. I'm shocked the referee didn't throw the flag because literally the ref is standing right there. That was a late hit. Should have been an automatic first down. And it was clear roughing the passer because mans went low. Commercial. They got old ladies having the time of their life with Amazon. Okay. Reminiscing 70 years younger. It was okay, 70.
Gotcha, bitch.
Wow, let's go figure.
Grandmaster underscore Z 2006 is now following.
I appreciate you. Crazy how similar Daniels and RG3's injuries are. Yeah. 30 completions in this game, 14 total punts. Crazy, ain't it? This game has been ass through and through, just ineptitude. And I've always said I don't mind if it's a great defensive game, but this one ain't one of them. They better not fumble either. All right, 2nd and 5 now. Under 8 minutes left to go. Bo Nix, handoff. RJ Harvey going nowhere. Gain of nothing. Booty NFL for having this on primetime. Agreed. Mike Shanahan still kicking, indeed. Now, I'm trying to remember if he got a championship in San Francisco. Let me see. Did he get one in San Francisco? Shanahan. Nope. Oh, yes, he did. He was the offensive coordinator in 94. Yeah, he got it. He got one in San Francisco. 3rd and 5. Bo Nix got him. Oh, no, he overthrew. Wow, pass ricocheted and intercepted. That's a pick. That's ricocheted and intercepted. That's an interception. 2nd pick one today. That one ricocheted and picked off at the 45. Gino came running out of the fucking tunnel here. Oh, Troy Franklin got to catch that football, bro. Troy Franklin got to catch that football, bro. You can't not catch that.
God gave you 2 goddamn hands for a reason. God gave you 2 goddamn hands for a reason.
Third man, do I think that Stafford is an MVP? Oh, 100%. 100%. 100%. You've got Stafford, Mahomes, Allen, May, Taylor. That's my 5. And off, where's Genty going? Nowhere. Oh, he's able to get the first down. He's able to get the first down. They had him backed up, but he's able to get the first down here. First down, Ashton Genty. All right. Here come the Raiders. We're approaching under 6 minutes left to go, and they could take their sweet time here. Because for all intents and purposes, they could get 4 first downs. Actually, no, 3 first downs, and then it's going to be goal to go. But there's enough time to try to eat as much possible clock as possible. Both teams drank knockout tea before the game. To think if they just kicked the field goal earlier, think about the position they probably would have found themselves in. Legend Killer in the building. What's going on? Bowers touchdown, maybe. We shall see. They're probably going to hand it again. Yep, they're going to hand it off. Ashton Genty in the backfield. Nowhere to go. All right. Gino going to throw on this bum-ass fucking leg. Oh, they're blitzing. They blitzing. He got to get rid of the football. Just throw that shit away. They got to throw that shit away. You know they ain't going for it. They got to kick the field goal and try to tie. Isaac put 2 on, said, where would I rank the 2018 QB draft class? It's still too early to put them in like the all-time category. He missed it. 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 Daniel Carlson! You missed it wide to the right. How? Game been ass. You trailing by 3. Your team puts faith in you to tie it up at 10 apiece. And your foot is a prosthetic that doesn't even belong to you. You miss field goals in prime time in front of a nationalized, televised audience. For shame. They should pelt you with pubic hairs. I've got a better chance seeing taxes decrease in the state of California than seeing you make a kick. You ass. Doo-doo. Boo-boo. Eh. You're garbage. Put your motherfucking head back down. This is terrible. Absolutely. This game is what? Pathetic, son. Pathetic, son. Absolutely pathetic. I should make that emote on Twitch. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Ugh. Man's missed the fucking field goal, and now Denver can just run this clock out. Because Las Vegas only got 2 timeouts left. One bad dog, but 5 on said, why is it every time you tune in, I'm slandering people you like? Who I got for Rookie of the Year? Rookie of the Year?
Buy 14 grams of crack. Then you sell it.
Oh, is he going? Nowhere. 3rd and short. You got an opportunity for a first down for the first time since the second quarter.
Buy 14 grams of crack.
Rookie of the Year. Jumping out the gate, my first selection would have been Mbuka in Tampa, but then he got hurt. So I'm not sure. 3rd and 1. Got it. First down, Troy Franklin and more. Oh, he should have just went down in bounds. He should have went down in bounds. But he went out of bounds. He should have went down in bounds. The game guy put 2 on said legit might be the worst close game this year. And Nathan put 5 on said, did I see the new Michael Jackson biopic trailer? Yet so amazing. Yeah, I did see it. Very, very good stuff. But yeah, Mbuka was my front runner, and then he got hurt. So I'm not sure. Defensively, I'm not sure. Oh wow. Max Crosby. Oh, I think they're gonna call. They're probably gonna call offside.
Oh my God.
Place turned 28 just resubscribed for 23 months.
sell it?
T. McMillan out in Carolina. He's playing well. The game guy put 2 on it. That's another first down. Yep. Hey, 2 first downs. This game is done. Oh, damn. They mark him short. So if you lost, actually, this is a beneficial thing for Denver if they're able to get the first down here on the very next play. Dobbins. Wow, he didn't get there.
Then you sell it?
Wow. He didn't get there. Why did he jump cut? Hey, man. For 5 on it. Said the passing of Nealon is hard even for Bob due to the pain that he's in. Your sincere condolences to the Nealon family. Yeah, it is. It is tough. It is very tough. It's a very devastating, passing, to say the least. Because of, the mental health conversation surrounding that franchise from Dak. And then given that Mans was just in circulation of media, scoring a touchdown on Monday, and then you pass away today. Incredibly sudden, incredibly tragic. All right, here we go. 3rd and inches. Bo Nix ain't get there. He didn't get there. He's short. He's 100% short. It's going to be 4th down. They got to kick the field goal. Hell of a job there from the Raiders. They can get this ball back. If I'm Denver, I'm going for it. You get a first down, this game's done. I'm going for it. Fuck the field goal. Wait, what? They gave him the first down? How? Bro, what is going on? How is that a first down? What? Are these motherfuckers high? Am I tripping? I want to see the replay. Ain't no way. What? He fell short of the line. Nah, bro, they not even giving us a replay, bro. They not giving us a replay. There's no way. Am I wilding? How is that a first? They're not even giving a bro. It's this prime time. Bro, what? Anybody else watching on Prime Vision? Bro, he didn't. Nah, fam. Yeah, folks want to go home. 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 There's no way. There's legit no way. There's legit no way. That's the second first down they gave to Denver that they didn't even go and review if they got it or not, bro. Nah, fam. They said, let's get the fuck up out of here. He was 100% short. There's legit no way. I need the Prime Vision. I need the Prime Vision angle when I'm doing the commentary tomorrow, bro. I need the Prime Vision angle when I'm doing the commentary tomorrow, bro. There's legit no way. Wow. Zach Mister said, honestly, who cares? Fuck this game. No, here's the problem. There needs to be a level of integrity.
Is now following.
If even if it's a game you don't care about, but you have a crew that has no integrity, guess what happens? Let's say this crew makes it into the NFL playoffs and you see some shit like that go down. You let it slide during the regular season. You think the motherfuckers is not gonna mess around and be able to get away with it in the postseason? How is it that you're not even gonna go and give an additional review? Where's replay assist? They not working on Thursdays? They haven't shown up at all this evening. You got a game in which both teams combined have gone. How many total penalties are we at? Because it was at 15 earlier, right? How many total penalties are we at? We are at a total of accepted penalties. First down, that's the game. 22. 22 total penalties. That's outrageous. VA Fresh Batoon said he got the first because the NFL see the low views. Nathan Batoon said, hey, Denver, get ready for KC next Sunday. Go get him. Player of the game, they ain't no player of the game. They take 3 knees and this game is done. This game was so ass. Yeah, this game is done. 2 kneel downs, this game is done. Yeah, bro, this ain't it. I tell you that right now, this ain't it. All right, worst 8-2 team in history. Come on now, let's not do that. Every single year, we always talk about some in history for teams. Let's not do that. It is definitely something to raise an eyebrow about. And Bronco fan, I said this at the start of the stream. Hey, if I were you, I'd be concerned regarding the validity, or I should say the ability to be a contender or not. But one way or another, you're getting those wins. They got to iron this out as they get closer and closer to the playoffs. 7th consecutive win. They're team's longest win streak since 2015. But this team certainly does not look like a team that has won 7 straight games. But one way or another, the fucking Raiders are ass. Absolute ass. I ain't gonna keep it running like that, but this was a bad game. This was a bad game. Sergeant Patano said, please, special request for you, make the whole commentary of this game Arrow 404 message. Include the play points, but all Arrow 404s and send somebody to the L train. I don't know if I can do all that, but I can do the latter because tonight it looks like there's one place that the Raiders are going, and that's taking out their Metro card and getting aboard the L train. Pack them boys up.
You lose.
Failure. Fresh hot ales. Fresh hot ales. Fresh hot ales. Fresh hot ales.
It's over. You lose.
That game was the shits. $1 for 5-1 said, no spoonful of mayonnaise for you. R.I.P. Adonis is sanitary for those 2 bum 4th down plays. Hey, I'm going to have to look into this in the commentary because there's no way. There's legit no way. Like, how did Son got the first down? He got the first down. That's what y'all telling me. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, stay tuned tomorrow. Commentary will be live, most likely 5 p.m. Stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and get to sleep, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get to sleep because this was a Zeep Cruel prescription for absolutely everybody. Eddie, take us out.
Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye.